Hi, Joe.
Hi, Ian. How are you today?
I got my Diet Coke. You have your wine.
Yes,
Feels appropriate.
it's the Diet Coke of liquors.
I feel like the wine is probably better for you.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I also love the sweet, sweet taste of aspartame.
Have I told you the story of when I worked at BuzzFeed?
No,
So I had to go off Diet
you've
Coke
never
for.
mentioned it.
I had to go off Diet Coke for my Diet Coke BuzzFeed story. So they had especially back then, it was like a kitchen full of like fucking everything,
Yeah.
and there was a shelf of just Diet Coke
Hmm.
that they replenished all day. And there was a day when I had so many Diet Cokes at work that I threw up. Like I just kept
What?
drinking them.
How many Diet Cokes do you
I
have to
think I
drink to
had like
throw
eight or
up?
nine, and it was like,
That's
ooh, like I felt terrible.
that's horrific, Ian.
I wasn't paying attention, and then I looked at the trash can next to my desk, and I was like, oh god,
That's the equivalency of like chain smoking in the 1950s in the office.
it is. It really
Like when
is.
I have my silly little caffeine-free Diet Coke once every few weeks or whatever, I think of that as like smoking my cigarette. That's like, okay, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna have this cigar or the cigarette, and no, it's just my silly little Diet Coke, caffeine-free Diet Coke. But something about it hits. It just burns correctly. Like I know my insides are screaming, but it feels good.
I mean, like we've both put worse things in our bodies.
Like what? Why would you assume? What an assumption.
Why are you shocked suddenly? Jesus Christ.
You know, I went to an all boys Catholic high school. I was a pure and chaste.
I wasn't even talking about dicks. I was mostly talking about like drugs.
I wasn't either. See, now you're putting a lot of things on me.
Sorry.
Dicks and drugs.
I
The only drug I've ever done is marijuana, I suppose.
right. Yeah, me too.
I swear to God. I swear to God on my life. The thing is, my mental health is shaky at the best of times. If I put any sort of mind altering substance in my body, I don't think I would come back. Like I physically just can't handle it. I'm already like I can't handle caffeine, let alone,
Oh, really?
cocaine. Like
You don't do caffeine?
I don't do any caffeine. It gives me anxiety. My brain is just
I
too
mean,
high strung. I'm on the edge at all times.
I want to slap you. What do you mean you are high strung? You literally tell me that you project this onto me all the time.
Yeah, but I'm high strung in like a cool, fun way, and you're high strung in more of like a nerd in the back of the class sort of way.
I don't know about
Front
that.
of the class. Front of the
Front of
class.
the class. Yes.
Front of the class.
It's
And now you're a
the
professor. That's like that writes itself. And we love that about you. We do. We support you.
So Joe, we've both been
Yeah.
emotional lately. Have you been? How's your day been?
My day,
Yeah.
specifically today,
Yeah.
very long. I think February for me is always very difficult. I have a mental breakdown every year, usually starting anywhere between November and March. Sometimes it happens late in the year, but this year it happened around December through January. Um, and I'm past that now, but now it's like a low level depression until the sun starts being warm again. It's been negative 12 degrees, and my balls have not left the underside of my ABC.
It's insane. What was it, like 35 degrees today in Jersey? And today
And
it
it
was
felt like summer.
oh, thank God, this is so nice. Like
35 degrees. I was like, let me bust out the crop tops.
I
Let me
carried
get
my
out my
jacket to
Speedo.
work. I was like,
It
oh, I don't
was
need to put this on.
amazing. It was incredible. Yeah, no, that's an issue.
I
That
really
tells
do,
you something.
I really do think the snow also still being on the ground is not helping.
No, it's sick. It's probably killing all my plants, and I need it to go away.
Oof. Did you watch the halftime show?
Yes, I did. Of course, my Benito. I love him. If he wants to spit in my face, I would say thank you, sir. No, I love Bad Bunny. The show was incredible. It was like so theatric. The people bushes were incredible. Like that was so cool. Lady Gaga, Ricky Martin, of course, Bad Bunny. It was incredible. Like truly, I've been watching it over and over again over on YouTube.
The Lady Gaga reveal feels so like Puerto Ricans are very big on saints, right? Like if you had gone into my grandma's house, she was not.
Lady Gaquito.
My mom loved Lady Gaga. She would have been ecstatic that Lady Gaga was performing with a bunch of Puerto Ricans. But the
Well, Bad
reveal,
Bunny's a huge little
yeah.
monster.
Which how fucking cool is that? That like
Love
you're a
that.
fan of something and then you become famous enough that the thing you're a fan of is like
You're like, let's have Lady Gaga come.
right?
Right.
Um,
Good
but
for
like
him. He deserves it.
he does, and like when all the people like went to the side and it was a reveal of her, it felt like it was like Santa Gagita, like it was like very like ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like cried watching it because it made me miss my mom and my grandma.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
And what it represented was beautiful. The message was beautiful. Bad Bunny was beautiful. I love him. Sometimes you just make the right people famous. You know what I mean? And this is one of those times.
Not often, but sometimes, yes.
No, a lot of these people, a lot of famous people can be terrible, but not all of them. And Bad Bunny is an incredible king. And I will give you back rub if you want. If you're watching.
You get two for the price of one here, Mr. Bunny.
Yes, Mr. Bunny. Senor Bunny sounds like an off-brand vibrator.
Senor Bunny sounds like something a white lady would call a Puerto Rican man. Like that's just like.
Oh, it does sound a little racist,
right?
Yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it.
All right, I'm gonna let everyone in.
Hey guys, welcome to Slayerfest 98. I'm Joe Organa.
And I'm Ian Carlos Crawford, and joining us here today, he is my other heated rivalry boyfriend and my podcast husband.
Michael Hamm. It must be very overwhelming for you to have both of us on this episode, Ian.
He's been to France before.
He knows. He's seen the sights.
He's seen the tower.
And I'm apologizing in advance for you having to be here for this recording. Slayerfest 98 producer and editor and host of Why Are We Like This?
Hi, it's Ashley Hullett.
Hi. Hammy, you have a really interesting story about this show because I did not even think you would like it. And then I learned more Hammy lore just by talking about it with you. If you are comfortable sharing whatever you're comfortable sharing.
I mean, yeah, of course. I did not expect to enjoy this show at all. You guys keep everyone who's on the show is like red, white, royal blue, blah, blah, blah. I did like that. So I was like, there is a potential I will like this, but I don't typically like anything romantic at all. I don't typically like anything gay.
Neither do I. I don't like the people.
I don't like the men.
Why am I catching strays? Yeah. Why am I catching strays all of a sudden?
So I really wasn't expecting to like this. Like, I didn't know, but everyone said it was amazing. Episode 2 was out before I started watching it. And I was with someone who was like, you have to watch it. You have to watch it. It's so you. It's so you. So I started watching it and I was like, you know what? I fuck with this. Like, the bisexualness of it, not just the queerness of it, the hockey of it, the being closeted in a team sport, like all of that was stuff I grew up with. And I was like, shit, am I going to have to watch every episode of this fucking show?
And every episode, it's 6.
I know. What a shame, honestly. And I was in right away. Like first 2 episodes I was in and I was like, okay, this show's actually good. The acting's actually good. The plot is good. The story's good. Let's see where we go. And yeah.
But like specifically, you were like a closeted hockey player, right? Like you were playing hockey. Yeah. Like I didn't know that about you.
Yeah. I played hockey up until I was about 18 and I played on the high school team. And yeah, I mean, a lot of faggot gets thrown around in the hockey circle. A lot of that's gay. This is gay. That's whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, in high school, I got it a lot and it was always uncomfortable because I wanted to play. So I would never get like changed in the same dressing room, or I would try to change as fast as possible before other players got there. Or when we were undressing, I would always like keep my head down. Like Joe, I know you were telling the story about like you're in the locker room and you're just like trying not to, you don't look, you whatever, you gotta, and It was very, very that. So this story was, this show really spoke to me on a level that was very, almost too real. But
yeah. I can remember the first time I like forgot my stuff in my gym locker, and I think I had gym like last period, and I was like the stairs to go down. Our locker rooms were in the basement, and the stairs were by the exit for me to like leave and get my car. So I was like, oh, I'll just stop by on the way out, like leaving school. And I went down as the baseball team was getting changed, and I have never had. That was the first time I had like immense gay panic because 2 guys that I not like I knew, but like I knew who they were. It was a baseball team. They were in jock straps and they walked right by me. And I remember being like, oh my God. Like I was like, get your stuff. Don't look. Just keep your eyes on the ground. Just like grab it and go. And yeah, so. I can't
Yeah.
imagine
It's a
having to do
crime
that
that
often.
all the straight people just get to slap asses and see everyone in jock straps, and
Rude.
all of us
Yesterday-
have to just
Yeah.
keep our eyes down.
Yesterday at the gym, one of my like favorite people at the gym are like this Puerto Rican mother, because of course. And she was like, "Baby, I almost slapped your ass. It looked so good." I was like, "You are allowed to slap my ass anytime you
Aw,
want. You're allowed to
that's so
slap this
sweet.
ass." I was
so
like, "You
sweet.
get permission. Everyone in this class gets permission." I'm just, to quote Joe Organa from a recent episode, I'm just touch starved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ashley, who is also covering the show on her podcast.
Yes.
Yes.
So she's editing 2 episodes a week of like the same fucking show, the same episodes, and has not complained once.
I bet the conversations on that one are way better though, so it's probably not as
It's
painful.
a very different format, as Joe can attest. Yeah, we do like line by line deep dives, so the episodes are very long and intricate, and yeah, it's a little different. But yeah, for me, this show was kind of on my radar before it came out. With Heartstopper, I'm just kind of like in the like gay media space online. And so I'd seen people talking about it and being like, this is going to be so good. I love the books, blah, blah, blah. So it was, I was like, okay, I guess I'll watch it. It's going to be probably just like a fun, sexy show. It's not going to probably hit me as hard emotionally as Heartstopper did. And
Surely
I
you
also
won't cry over hot gay hockey players, Ashley.
Yeah, right. I didn't even have HBO, and then it was coming out on Black Friday, and they did like a Black Friday deal, and I was like, well, I should just do the Black Friday deal so I can watch Heated Rivalry. And so I literally got HBO for this show, and they dropped the first 2 episodes here at the same time. So I watched the first 2 the day they dropped and was like, oh, this is going to be really good. But even being into it, I was like, this is like a Nick and Charlie fanfic for me, until episode 3. And then I was like, okay, this is going to have more depth to it than I thought. And that's when I started reading the books. I was like, I need to consume everything. And then this was really the episode that I like really fell into Shane and Ilya's relationship. The end is just like pure cinema.
Yeah, I've mentioned this before. I've been listening to the book for anyone who wants to be part of Slayerfest Book Club. At the end of the month, we're going to talk about the book. Today, I literally had to turn it off because I only have like an hour left. And this is mental health check-in. I was like, this is too happy and I'm getting upset. So I turned it off.
I'm sorry, Ian.
I was like, shut up, stop being so happy. And I turned it off and put it on.
I love that.
I can't really appreciate other people's joy in the middle of February. Like in February, please, everyone be sad, look terrible, just for me. Thank you.
Hammy and I had like a 2-hour FaceTime call the other day where it's just me being miserable.
Yeah, fair.
I'm here for you.
Yeah.
What did we think of this episode, revisiting it? Because to your point, Ashley, I kind of forgot how much this one hits at the end.
I did not forget.
I knew the song, I knew the needle drop. I was waiting for it, but I was like, fuck, this is making me so emotional.
Yeah.
Definitely cry. So hilariously, I've been doing this with Buffy. I downloaded a extension for Chrome that lets you watch things on like 1.8, 2.0 speed, like faster speed. So I watched this on like 1.75 speed.
I could never.
Me crying through them talking like chipmunks, and like the like chipmunk singing of Tattoo was like, I was like, this is a joke. I can't believe I'm crying at this. I mean, I can, but Ashley, what did you think revisiting it?
Well, to be fair, this was probably my 25th or 30th time watching it. So I loved it just as much as every time. You also asked me like an hour and a half ago if I wanted to be on this episode. And so I literally was driving home and put it on my phone and was like, let me just play it while I drive home.
Ashley also said she had how many pages of notes?
Priorities.
I have 25 pages of notes for this one for my podcast. So I just pulled those up and was like, well, I already have notes, so it's fine.
Uh-oh.
Emmy, how many pages do you have?
1.5.
Like I said,
one and a half.
we do a very different style podcast. Why are we like this?
Oh
Hammy,
boy.
what'd you think revisiting this episode?
I love this episode. I mean, episode 5 obviously great. Every episode is honestly pretty good. This is just one of my favorites overall. So I think 5 is the only one that really got me emotionally. But this one was like I watched this and my jaw was just like on the floor watching this. Every part of this is phenomenal to me.
Yeah.
So yeah,
No, I
this is
agree.
my favorite episode. So I love this episode.
Joe, what'd you think?
I feel like I've mentioned previously that the show sort of dictated how I felt for the month of December. This was the lowest point. I think this kicked off my depressive episode that I dealt with through December and January. A low point for me. But in that's what art is supposed to do, right? It's supposed to actually like trigger something in you, and it really did. I think this made me feel emotions I haven't felt when family members have passed away. Truly, and maybe that's sick, and maybe that says something about me and my ability to feel true emotions. But it did, and I think the way it ended, I was horny and sad at the same time, and
Right?
that's fun. I like that personally.
I think that's what they were going for, and they very
Yes.
much achieved it.
Yeah, well, they were both horny and sad in the ending,
true.
and I was horny and sad at the ending.
Yeah.
So beautiful, great work, Jacob Tierney.
Yeah. This opening felt long, not in a bad way. I just was like, when the credits came on, I was like, oh, we haven't seen those yet. It's a lot. I was curious what everyone would think because I like it, but I could see someone being like, no, I want us to slow down a little bit. I kind of like the day in the life shit that we're just getting a montage of. Like, that works for me. I mean, I feel like it probably worked for everyone in this recording as well, but I was curious if it worked for everyone.
I really like this intro. Like, I have a page and a half of notes, and I think the first page is just the intro because I think it's so well done at catching us up. Where like it's a year, and then it shows us the exact same events, but from every year, and we can like every year we see Ilya's in the club, but every year we see him getting less distance from wanting to make out with strangers in the club, and by the final year we see he's ignoring a woman and just staring at his phone waiting for a text message. And it's the same with Shane. He's doing all these like product promos and stuff, and at first he's like doing it and he's loving it, and then by the last one they're like, hey, can you put your phone down, we're trying to get photos, we're trying to. And it like is such a quick way to go over these 3 years. These two have become obsessed with each other, and the things that there were their favorite things to do have been thrown away and forgotten, and they only have each other. And I think it's a good way to get that done. And it is long. It's like 6 minutes or something, but like
It's 7 minutes
was
and 15
done.
seconds. I looked.
Close. I was close. And I just think it was a really great way to get us there quickly. And I just liked seeing the same scene over and over again. It was almost like a Groundhog Day or like something where.
So don't be mean to me, Hammy. I actually was like, wait, is this the same thing? Like when we saw the cup again, I was like, is that a different one? Like, I just don't. Once it's sports, my brain, I like clock
Your
out.
brain really does shut off.
You cannot
anytime
hear
it's sports.
anything the announcer says. It's like they're speaking German.
I know.
To you.
He
You
does
have
like
no idea.
literally like a second year in a row, and you're like, duh.
He was like, is this a dynasty? I was like, I don't know. What the fuck does that have to do with this? Joe?
Yeah, no, I agree with Michael. I think it was a really good way to sum up 3 years of time, basically, really quickly. It gave you, because I think we all fall into that sort of routine that like we all do sort of similar things throughout our lives, especially over like a short span of 3 years. We go sort of the same place for work every day. We drive to work, whatever. We go to the same bar to hang out, and it kind of shows us that like these people are just living their lives. They're hooking up throughout it, and that's what it is for them. It's a hookup, but you see things shift slowly over time. And I think they did that really well, where you see Ilya in the club, he's hooking up, and he's slowly losing interest in it, and he would rather be looking at his phone, talking to Shane. And we see that with Shane too. He's getting distracted from work. And I thought that was really beautiful. It was like a really quick, easy way to sum up 3 years of growth. Like, yes, they're doing the same thing, but there are subtle differences if you're paying attention, and you're really, watching. And I think that this show, I've talked about this show a lot doing, podcasts or whatever. I think this show does something really that people aren't used to with modern media nowadays. I feel like everything is spoon fed to us. This show, the deeper you watch, the more closely you're paying attention, the more you put down that phone and actually listen to dialogue and look for subtleties, you're seeing so much more and you're getting such a deeper, richer story, because that's how life is. Like, people aren't going to say these things right out. If you're having a conversation with someone, sometimes you have to read between the lines, and that show does such a great job at making it feel like real life. It's making you feel like they have real tangible feelings, and you're seeing it in a more subtle, less hand-holdy way. And I think that's what makes this art to me, more than just a TV show. It's art.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I get so annoyed when people are like, ugh, like
those people are the people that are used to having their handheld and not watching. They're probably texting the whole time, like
second screeners.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of one of those people, but like,
yeah, Mr. 1.7 speed.
We know, Diva.
Yeah.
That's why we're here.
Yes, that's why you have us. We're here to hold your hand through this.
Hemi, you're supposed to say no, Ian. You're so smart and hot, and your dick is so big.
No,
why are you putting words in his
Ian,
mouth?
your dick is smart and you're so big. What did you say? I wasn't listening.
Thanks.
That was perfect.
Yeah, I think that's what he
see the
said.
blood
Yeah,
coming out
so
of my nose. We get Feist. Love Feist. Nice little needle drop.
Yeah, she's great.
Oh, I noticed that they play this song twice. They repeat it because it's shorter than the scene. So once it gets to the end of the song, they start back at the first verse and do it all over again.
I was like, that's edited weird. And you're right. It's because they just like loop it. Yeah.
I didn't notice until I was listening to the soundtrack and I listened to the song and I was like, that felt short. And then I started paying attention and was like, that's because they double it for the show.
Do y'all remember she was like really, it's just one person, right? Isn't Feist like
yeah,
a person?
I think so.
Yeah, it's not like a band. Yeah. She was like really big. This is like so goofy, but I remember her like doing this on Sesame Street. Like, I remember her being on Sesame Street and being like, this is so cute.
Oh, that's sweet.
And her like singing like the 1, 2, 3 song with like Elmo. And it was like very fucking precious. Yeah. I don't know. I just like the like songs, them running. Joe, what you said is like very correct. It's like, this is art. This isn't just, there's a bunch of times in my notes where I just say this is cinema in all caps. Like,
Fair.
Because the cut, which I can't believe none of us pointed out, specifically the cut, I say this is cinema, to the cut of them slamming into each other on the ice. That's then cut into them.
Yeah.
Ilya fucking
Slamming
him.
into each other. Yeah.
The best cut of the entire series, you mean?
So good.
Such a good cut.
So
like, genius.
I'm thinking
genius.
about it now.
The shower stall sex is hot.
Oh, yeah, that's really good sex in this.
I
like
love
short
the
little
way
bits.
that they film that through the mirror.
Yes.
Mhm.
That's like one of my, it always works for me when they do like a camera trick like that through the mirror. And that, I love the way that they shot
There's
that.
a lot of that in this series. A lot of important
Yeah.
scenes are filmed through the mirror.
Mhm.
Yes. Like later when Ilya's like mad and like looking at himself.
He looks so hot in that mirror.
Even in 5, when the brother follows him in, their first
In the mirror.
initial discussion is through the mirror.
And that's like
Interesting.
shit like that. That is, I think Joe, you said this at the top, like that rewards us of noticing. Like we were rewarded for noticing that shit. Like everything's very intentional, and I love that it's intentional. So I think of, I know at least Ashley, you have seen the David Gordon Green Halloween movies, where like a lot of those scenes are intentionally reshot from the original, and it doesn't work, right? It's like too much. Where like, yeah, I get what you're doing, but it's so like heavy-handed, and this isn't. This isn't like you're rolling your eyes like, I get it. It's like subtle and not too much, but like there. And I don't know. I think that's the kind of shit I love when it's you're not missing something if you don't know what it is, but you're rewarded if you're noticing.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, even in the intro, there's the cut, the greatest cut in all of cinema, where he gets slammed and then he gets slammed. That's after
dream.
Ilya has won. Like they show Ilya's team winning, and then he's like slamming Shane down. And then once Shane's team wins, they cut to Shane in the shower getting his dick sucked.
Yeah.
And it's almost like there's a power dynamic between if your team wins, you get to be the dominant one, which is rare for Shane in this show. So I thought it like that had to be intentional to be like, he's won the cup, so now you suck his dick. And versus
I do feel like Ilya, there is like something there where like he's probably a little bit more willing to be bottomier if he's lost, right? Like I don't really know what the mechanics are there, but I feel like in his mind it's like, well, I lost, so Yeah.
I was talking to this guy once, and he was like, "I only bottom for people who have more money than me," and I was like, "That's the weirdest sentence anyone has ever said." But he was like, "That's just the power dynamic." Like, and I was like, "Girl,
sometimes we gotta go to therapy. Sometimes, like we gotta look into it. We gotta look
every
into it,
now and
guys."
then, every now and
I
then,
try not to kink shame, but sometimes I'm like,
some deserve a little shame. A little shame wouldn't hurt.
No,
that
listen.
fella.
Celebrate your kink. Actively go into it, but maybe look for the root source of that kink.
my
Work it out.
My go-to with that is one time I was texting with a guy through DMs, and very quickly he wanted me to call him a racist slur, and I just stopped responding. I was like, I'm not touching this. Like,
Yeah, no, don't do
I'm
that.
good.
Don't do that.
And he like repeated it, and I was just like, did not respond.
So like, haha, what if you called me this?
Yeah, and I'm like, haha,
like,
that'd be crazy. Yes, that would be literally crazy. I would never do that.
but do it. Send a voice memo now.
Caught, canceled, done.
I was talking
Yeah.
to a girl once that wanted me to tie her up and tickle her, but pretend she was a teenager. And I was like, no, I'm done.
I was real into it for a second.
Block your number, probably.
I have one of
Actually,
these too.
You are not the first person who has told me. I have a friend who like he thought the guy was being metaphorical when he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be your daddy." The guy then wanted to bathe him as if he were like, and he was like, "Wait, what?" And he just was like, "I gotta go." But he thought
Rubber ducky situation.
I would have assumed too. Like if the guy's saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna be your daddy," like in a like sexy,
Okay, sure,
yeah, but it was like in a literal like parent way, and like. As Joe said, sometimes therapy is good.
Sometimes therapy is important. There was this one guy who entered my DMs a lot and offered to pay me to send him a video of me buzzing my hair off. I found out reversed searched his social media. That's his fetish. He's really horny for hot guys cutting their hair.
We will need to talk about this because someone
he has a whole YouTube channel of it.
Oh, then it's not that. Okay. A friend of mine in New York once told me he would get off on shaving my head. He was like, something like, I'm not like into you, but I would like really get off on shaving your head because I know it would upset you. And I was like, Jesus Christ.
Wait, what? Okay,
Guys,
but was
I
it
don't like this anymore?
How did we get here?
Was he horny for upsetting you, or was he horny for the hair situation?
It's like both. It was both.
Okay, so he wants you to role play like you're getting your head buzzed and you're crying. You're upset about it. Okay.
Ashley, help me. Ashley, help
This is the
me,
fun
please.
part, Michael.
Right,
This is the
right.
fun
Sorry,
part.
yes, sorry, yes.
This is the best part of the stream.
Every time you say
I'm
Mike, I'm
3
like,
pages of notes just about this.
Yeah, mine and Ian's fetish is upsetting our guests,
yeah.
watching them cry based on our conversations.
Probably rock hard right now.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Somebody
Always.
is.
Yeah. Oh, so then Shane's at the aquarium.
Right. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Yep.
I have some notes. Unfortunately, I have joined some Heated Rivalry Facebook groups, and they are all as bad as you would think they are.
Why would you?
Ashley, have you been in any of them?
No, I don't get on Facebook.
That sounds like a cesspool. Shout out to the Facebook groups. Sorry, just kidding. You guys are really sure.
Shout out
them
to
are
all the
really nice.
Facebook fans out there.
Love you.
Posted our episodes twice, and they don't get a lot of engagement, but usually the engagement they do are very nice. Like someone was like,
Oh,
"Oh,
that's
every
good.
Heated Rivalry fan should listen to this podcast," and I was like, "Oh, that's really nice, thank you."
So sweet.
But like this scene was a scene that I read the discourse because I love unhinged shit that I have nothing to do with. That's what I like reading. Unlike the comments on my Super Bowl meme post where I'm like, shut up, don't tell me anything, I don't care. Yes, I know Lady Gaga's not Latina. You fucking dipshits. But when it's not involving me, I love to read it because I'm like, wow, these people are nuts. And there's been a lot of discourse. There was like a long thread about this scene being like, I don't get it. Why do we have that scene? We don't need that scene. Like, it's pointless. And it's like, but this is like one of the only scenes of like him and Hayden, like just like being friends, not like because of hockey. Like they're just like hanging out. And I think that's like good to get.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we also get like a little bit of a look into their dynamic of Hayden really wanting him to like find his person and like be able to do couple stuff. And like he clearly loves Shane and wants to do more with him, but who wants, he's like, who wants to come hang out with me and my wife and kids all the time? Just,
Right. I also think this scene sets up a dynamic shift for them because they're getting older. And that this scene is kind of talking about that. Like people around them, their age are starting to settle down. They're getting married, they're having kids. And I think it's getting to the point where he's not seen Shane date anyone. And that's probably a little bit weird because they're on the road together. Shane's not hooking up, which is fine. But like, he also loves Shane as a friend and wants him to be happy and doesn't want him to be lonely. Maybe he just thinks because Shane obviously is a bit divergent. So he probably wants to help him. Like maybe he's just a little socially awkward. Maybe he doesn't know how to talk to girls. Let me set him up. We're getting older at this point. Maybe he wants to settle down.
I hadn't thought about that. That's a really good point, Joe. I hadn't thought of Hayden being like, well, I can see that like you're not, maybe you need help with like being set up or like, let me help you be more social or something. I didn't even consider that, but that is also a good point. Because I do think Hayden, it reminded me, Ashley, you've edited so many episodes of this podcast when Zach would always be like, oh yeah, you should date that guy. And like, I would bring up a guy and he'd want to be my boyfriend because all he wanted to do was like, oh, have a friend to do couple things with.
Yeah. I also think it's giving us this first look of Shane really feeling the pressure of like finding a girl and like people are noticing that I'm not dating and that's gonna come around at the end of the episode, but this is kind of the first look of someone kind of giving that pressure, even though Hayden's not trying to pressure him. It's all from love, but like in his mind, he's probably like, fuck, like people are noticing that I'm not dating. So now I need to find a beard.
I also just like getting to see, so like once we break up with Rose, we get to see him have like a close friend that he talks to, but we don't really, like we know that people on the team like him. He has JJ, he has Hayden, but we haven't really seen him in a this is work, right? Hockey is work. That's like their career. We only see him like in the locker room joking with them. We don't get to see him like hanging out. And so I think it's important for us as the viewers to be like, oh yeah, this guy is like a good friend. He does love him as a friend. It's not just like his teammate that he never talks to. Because Shane doesn't normally talk like this when he like makes the joke to Hayden, like, you trying to get me pregnant? Like, and then that's so like good. Charming, right? Like, and we don't really get to see Shane be shitty like that. Ilya's
Shane
always
Hollander
shitty.
is funny. He is so funny. And I feel funny. Like you don't like people don't pick up on it as much because it's not as in your face like Ilya's.
Yeah.
But he's so subtly funny all the time.
I have heard that rumor, especially from Rose Landry. She's been telling people that he's funny.
I agree with you guys about this scene. I think I repeat everything that you guys have said. I think this scene is needed. It is necessary. I think it's thematically great foreshadowing for what we're going to see. Like to have this person be like, why aren't you dating a woman? Don't you want to have a wife and kids? And I think we need this scene because without it, the Rose thing might make less sense. You're like, oh, he just met this girl and he's like, okay, let me do this because whatever. So I think the scene is incredibly important. And I think it's also, for me, good foreshadowing in a way that you guys were talking about where like, we don't get to see this Shane, right? And the only time you see this Shane is when he's not with Ilya. He's really fun and he's throwing back shade and whatever with this guy. And then later when he meets Rose, he feels like a different person, the way he's flirting and talking and being so charming and like, because he can be, like he can be open with his feelings and emotions. And I feel like he can make jokes because he's comfortable with this person and he can make jokes with Rose because he's comfortable around other people. And he doesn't get to do that with Ilya, but we do start to get a little bit of that in this episode, right? And I think this is a turning point for him with that too, which
I mean the whole episode is a turning point, right? Like
not to get too much into like the books, but this also is like the biggest look we get at kind of Hayden's kids and their like attitudes and their dynamic and stuff, which is gonna be important in season 2 when we get into the long game because they play a bigger role in that one, and I'm very excited to get to it. So,
I'm stressed
and
out.
I'm oh my God,
stressed out about it.
I cried for like 10 hours straight.
I can't imagine.
It was a lot.
To see it on screen is going to be.
It's gonna kill me. These two doing. I was like, you think we got urinating in season 1?
I'm gonna cry.
Season 2 is going to put us in the grave.
I'm gonna cry.
But also, we don't ever see the kids' faces. And so it's like they're so intentional about making sure that we get a look at the kids and kind of like their dynamic and their attitudes and stuff, but leaving the casting for later because they're gonna be older.
But okay, wait, I have a grumpy gay old person confession. That's kind of what it's like when you're hanging out with like your friends that have a lot of kids. It's just like an amorphous blob of like farts and snot and like food.
Yeah, it's more of like, hello, don't touch me, please.
I not to reference something corny, but like on Modern Family, when Elizabeth Banks was like a guest star that I always loved, her and the Cam and Mitch's daughter don't like each other. And I remember like a scene of them, I don't even remember. She's like, sorry I didn't invite you to my wedding. And the little girl is like, I'll go to your next one. And that's like how I feel with a lot of my friends' kids, where I'm like, I just kind of talk to them like they're adults, but I don't have anything like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
And also Hayden's, I mean this in the nicest way, heterosexuals, but Hayden's like semi-misery of like, please just hang out with me. All I do is see my children and my wife, and I can't do anything, and just like corralling his kids feels appropriate for like heterosexual life.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably a similar situation for gay people who have children. I can't imagine wanting to have children. And God bless people who do have children. Good for you. For me, I like my stuff, and I like spending time by myself, and I like quiet, and I don't like sticky surfaces. So for me, it's not the journey I'm going to be on. But I imagine that having a child can be having children, especially multiple. They're on number 4. I can imagine it's very isolating as an adult, like because you are already. I don't have kids, and I feel like my entire day is taken up mostly by work, and then I come home and I have 4 hours before I have to go to sleep. You know what I mean? So your entire day is either work and probably mostly your children, because they're a major responsibility. They take all your money, they take all your time, they take all your thoughts, and you love them, and you're grateful for that they're there, much like a cat or dog, but worse. So
way worse.
Way worse. So I imagine that's very isolating. You probably don't get too much time to be yourself and have fun and express yourself.
So we go to Ilya is watching Shane's interview where he's showing the cottage.
His MTV cribs.
Yeah.
I love this.
And the thing I like, so I'm going to do an Ian thing. The thing I like is that's like all I want is for like a grumpy man to like be this attracted to me, but be not as annoying about it, where like, they are going to like watch me, but they're not going to be annoying about it, but like they're watching and they're paying attention. That is like the dream for me. Like, I just want a man who pays attention and can quote my podcast back at me, but doesn't need to be annoying about it. Like that for me is like sexy. That's sexy if a man is paying attention, but isn't annoying about it, because I don't like being smothered. I'm the smothering one. I don't want someone else who's smothering.
I feel like if he's paying that close of attention, though, he's probably going to be a little smothery.
But he's not.
Oh, this stream guy?
Ilya is not.
Oh, Ilya. Okay.
This made-up guy?
Yeah.
Why are we ruining my made-up person, Joe?
No, I'm not. I'm just like, I'm thinking logistically. Like, I feel like you're that guy. You're the guy who's going to be obsessed with the other guy and everything he's doing and quoting whatever they're working on to.
I'm sorry, you're right. Say?
I said
I was a smothering one and the other one would not be.
I think you're right. I think he's out there. And I think he's circling the drain. He's circling your drain right now. He's going to be down that hole. I believe in you. But Ilya, you have to remember.
Talking about my hole way too much, Joe. Jesus Christ.
I said he's circling the drain. He's going to be down that hole. I wasn't specific about the hole. I didn't say sphincter. I said hole.
Yeah. The hole, the hole that's like this big in the tub? That's what he's referring to. Why would you relate
Ian
to
taking
that?
a bath. Listen, Ian.
Why would you relate to that?
Because all my hair gets clogged in it, or?
God.
See you guys. I'll see you later.
Hair in your hole.
Joe, I think you were maybe going to say something not related to my butthole. Thank you.
I was going to say that Ilya and Shane aren't even really in a relationship at this point. So maybe that's why he's not smothering him. I think once Shane and Ilya are in a relationship, those dynamics are probably going to be shifted a bit. There's going to be a little bit more freedom. Probably, you don't know. Ilya could be up Shane's ass metaphorically a lot more.
Yes, you're very right. It could very well be that he's up his butt all the time.
I think so too.
Then is annoying.
I think he will be.
But
We've all seen episode 6. Ilya and Shane are like very in love and very touchy-feely, and we already know that their love language is touch and sex, and so I think they're going to be smothering each other.
But I don't think that equals smothering. I want someone to want to fuck me all the time. Like I want someone to think I'm that hot, but I don't like equate that to smothering. I equate smothering to like you have to go like my more successful relationships with which there have not been a lot of, are the ones when like the boyfriend is fine with me going out. Like they're not my last relationship. He would get mad if he decided he didn't want to go out. And I'd be like, oh, okay, I'll see you later. And he'd be like, well, why are you still going out? And I'd be like, ooh, because I made these plans.
I'm an adult and we're separate. We're two separate entities and I can do whatever I want. Yeah, I agree.
Like for me, that's what I need. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like for me, and like, I know, Ian is whatever, but like I like that. I like my independence when I'm in a relationship,
and I think that is very healthy because I'm the same way. I need to be able to do whatever I want whenever I want, and I want you to be able to do that too. Like as long as we have like the same sort of morals and the same sort of like ideas for our relationship, I think if I want to go out and hang out with my friends and you don't want to, that's fine. Stay home, and vice versa.
Yes, I always want the person I'm dating to have their own like things they can do.
Absolutely. That being said,
I know that sounds unlike me, but I promise that's like I really do.
I think that's normal. I don't think that sounds unlike you. I think you're just you're just very lovey-dovey, but I don't think that makes you a non-independent person. But that being said, I think Ilya will probably be attached to Shane's hip as often as possible once they're in a relationship. But we'll see. I think that they will. I
have read all the books, so I know you know.
Like I said,
spoiler.
I know. Like
I listened to I haven't read them all. I listened to some of the audiobooks and it's been a couple years, so I don't remember it pretty much any of it.
Fair.
Except for like the broad plot. But yeah, I think I have a feeling that they're going to be very lovey-dovey and kind of like kangaroo pocket. You're in there bouncing around.
Wait, Hammy, don't move. Around. Because you look right now, the angle you're at with the way your hair is at, you look like when Ilya says like liar said that. Like that looks like right now it looks like that.
You look exactly like Ilya Rozanov right now. Don't
we're identical. Thank you. Yes, I couldn't agree more.
Ever again.
We have the exact same body too, by the way, in case anyone's wondering.
Motherfucker, don't even pretend. Don't even.
No one has an Ilya body.
No, his body's insane.
I got a body, but I don't got an Ilya body.
I see that fucking body every day on Instagram. I know what those tits look like.
Wow, you're kind of smothering me, Ian. You're kind of smothering me.
Excuse me, who was quoting whose podcast at them?
Yeah, bitch.
Yeah, motherfucker. Anyway, Svetlana walks in. We get to see a little bit more. I feel like this is the first episode where we see like it's not just them fucking. It is like they are close friends, which I love. And that friendship, I think, is just so well done and so casual.
Yeah.
That I like that she kind of gets it, but doesn't need to she doesn't need to say it, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I assume she knows he's bisexual. I think she probably knew about him and Sasha.
That. Yeah.
I would assume so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she knows about Sasha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like they were there. It is weird. Like it's because I'm at the end of the book. I was like, wow, we really get no Svetlana or Sasha in the book at all. They're just like
mentioned
names that are mentioned.
Yeah. She's also not like his lifelong friend in the book. She's just like some girl he fucks.
And she was like the last girl he fucked, right? Isn't that like who she is in the book? Yeah.
Well, I think they like regularly hooked up, but yeah.
And I do like that she says, do we think she's saying that on purpose?
Yes.
When she's
okay. For sure.
Yes.
That's what I thought. I thought so. I was like, I feel like she knows what this is.
Yeah, I think at this point she knows him well enough to when he's talking about like Shane or has a rivalry with this guy, she's probably like, I'm clocking that, you know.
Right. Yeah. So they're in the limo. They both look hot. I like the parallel of she notices that he's been texting Jane for years. And then we get Hayden being like, I know you're texting this girl, Lily. You've been texting her for years. Because I feel like Ilya is more just like, no. But Shane is like internal panic immediately.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, Shane's like, I don't know, Lily. I don't know what you're talking about.
I never text anyone in my life.
Whereas Ilya's just like, stop asking me questions.
Yeah.
No.
And
It's a
Svetlana
question.
knows that too, right? Like I feel like she knows she could say it once and then they gotta
She's
move
also
on.
not dumb, and they picked very not subtle names for each other.
Yeah.
It's like I just walked into your living room and you were sitting on the couch watching
Watching.
Shane Hollander, and now you're texting someone called Jane.
Yeah.
The
It's Jane
clues.
Jollender. There's
Yeah.
no
Jane
relation.
I mean, English is not his first language, so in all fairness.
I gave you
It's
all
true.
the clues, Mr. Policeman. I do also love him saying "Go fuck yourself" and Hayden saying, "Oh, I plan to more than once tonight."
Love a hotel room.
Good for him.
Love a straight guy with a wife who's like, finally,
I can
time to jerk
masturbate.
off.
For the record, I'm on team Hayden is a closeted bisexual who is low-key in love with Shane.
What?
But
Oh, she wants the drama.
there's a whole throw of us in the fandom.
Oh my god.
Oh my
The way he
god.
looks at him in the locker room, I'm like,
Shout out
I-
by truthers.
Okay.
Do you think he wants him as a third, or do you think he
Yes.
wants to leave his wife? What's the
no,
situation?
he loves Jackie.
So you're thinking third. You're
Yes.
thinking bring this twink into the situation.
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful.
Joe and I
Love
often
that.
say that on this podcast.
Bring that twink into
Bring
the
that twink
situation.
into this.
We see Ilya's place, Mr. Real Estate.
Mr. Real Estate.
Mhm.
I just want to pause on this sex scene because I think it is so fucking hot. He has like the kind of stretch marks, and I think they're so hot.
They're so hot.
Is that like okay to say? I don't know if that's like
Yes.
rude to
Yeah,
say.
why not?
Okay.
Even Hudson himself has been like, I love my stretch marks. I think they're sexy. So
I
'Cause
think
they
that there's something about that that's so like unairbrushed and so true. And like if you're like
Mhm.
actually physical with someone, you're gonna see those like
Right.
imperfections. And I use that in air quotes because they're not imperfections. It's just something that everyone has. And I think just seeing that on screen, like loud and proud and big, is very sexy because that feels so intimate. You know.
mhm.
And also the way Ilya is like gripping him.
Mm.
Mhm.
Like in my brain, I'm like, how are they not having sex? Like this feels like they have to be like dick and balls are touching and buttholes are touching. Like it just everyone's naked and hot, and the
Their
way he's
buttholes are
like,
touching.
I forgot that that's
I
how
saw
gay
your
stuff
face.
works.
Yeah, sometimes
Ass to
you
ass.
go. Sometimes you have to go ass to ass. Hold the
Yeah.
hole.
Again, that's for the Patreon.
Backdoor
This
kiss.
is also the first time we see them having sex in the light,
Yes,
Oh, I hadn't thought about that. You're right.
which I think is really important.
very important.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why, and it's like one of the shorter sex scenes too. It's only like a quick whatever, but
Mhm.
it like really worked for me. I was like, man, I want to read you my notes. This brief sex scene is so fucking hot. Shane has some stretch marks. I genuinely think they're so fucking hot. I don't know why they do it for me. But also the way Ilya is holding him while fucking him. Jesus Christ, I need to get laid and get out of the house more. Those are my notes for this scene.
I love that your notes are like a diary entry. It's not
Yeah.
like bullet points. It's like your emotional feelings.
Joe, you see how I text.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Everything's a diary entry. They cuddle some
Yes.
more. Ilya asks him if he's hungry. The look
Wait.
on Shane's face. Oh,
We
yes.
haven't. We have to talk about the fact that. Yeah, sorry.
The walk.
Go ahead.
Slow it down. So Ilya asks him to stay, first of all,
Yes.
Yes.
which is a huge step for them. And the way that his voice breaks on the last stay, it kills me
Yeah.
and melts me into a puddle on the floor.
Right. If I were Shane and I hadn't been in love at that point, I would have been at that moment. Like I would have been, oh, I'm obsessed with you now, and I'm gonna go crazy. And I'm gonna follow you.
And also, it's like as soon as it's over and Shane is back in the bed, it's immediately way more tender than a hookup would ever be.
Yes.
As soon as he's back in the bed, Ilya is like kissing his shoulder and his neck and like trying to get closer, and it's like this is not casual.
No.
Yeah, any guy that I've like been casual with who does that, I'm like,
Yeah, gotta go.
because like that's not casual.
Mhm.
But the look on Shane's face when he's like, "You're gonna make me a tuna melt," is so fucking cute. So fucking cute. Hammy, why'd you nod your head?
Nod or shake?
Why did you have that reaction with your head?
I'm happy for you that you think that it is
Ashley.
cute. It is cute. I'm sorry.
Ashley, Back me up. I know you think it's
Wait.
It is super cute. And the fact that they've like never even like had a
Yes.
meal or hung out after sex or anything makes it like even more meaningful. And like, yeah, if I was
fuck
Shane,
off,
I also
Amy.
would be like, you want to make me a tuna melt?
Yeah.
I just
I
don't
don't
know if I
like
want to eat
tuna.
tuna right after I wake
no,
up.
I
I don't
don't
know
like-
if that's my
I don't
go-to
like-
breakfast.
I agree with that. I agree with that. I thought it was a weird choice, but I'm also thinking to myself that this man is Russian. Maybe this is like a Russian breakfast.
Well, no,
You know what I mean?
Well,
Like, I don't know.
I don't think it's breakfast. I think it's like lunchy time.
Yeah,
And
they've
it's
woken
because
up late.
Crunchy.
dinner.
Shane
Yeah.
likes it. Isn't that the whole point?
Yeah, Shane is into healthy food. They're
Yeah.
freak hockey players who count all their macros and shit. And
I also
I don't
think
play
it shows
hockey
us
anymore.
like
Right.
a little
You don't play
bit-
hockey, but I know that what your meals do and do not look like. Anyway, sorry, Ashley.
It's okay.
Sorry,
Continue your
Ashley.
fight. It's okay.
We're good.
I was gonna say it also shows like Ilya has put some thought into this
Yes,
because
yes.
they talk about like where all they're going after this and stuff, and this guy's got fucking tuna milk supplies in his fridge
And ginger ale.
and ginger ale that he wants to make sure is cold enough for
I'm gonna-
Shane.
Every time there's like a secret ginger ale somewhere that Ilya has provided, I want to kill myself. I want to jump off a bridge.
Yes.
I want to like twist my own neck. I don't know what to say. It makes me insane. I feel insane. This is why the
See-
show makes me feel insane.
Joe, I feel like this is for
Yes.
me, this is the smothering Ilya would be, and that is the smothering that is okay. That is not really smothering.
Yeah, no, I think that's
Where
not
it's
smothering.
like-
That's just attentiveness. That's
Yeah.
paid attention.
He's
but
taking care of him.
Yes.
Yeah.
But again, this is them just hooking up and him playing it cool. The
Mhm.
moment they're in love and like together, I think it's going to be dialed up a few notches. And I still think you would love it, Ian. I think if you had Ilya Rozanov, wanting to be with you, I think you're going to be happy. I think you're going to be a little baby. You're going to be in your little onesie. He's going to tuck you in. You're going to be suckling at the teat. You're going to be his little backpack. And you're going to be
tied
happy.
up and tickled.
Absolutely tied up and tickled. I'm seeing it right now in my head. You're tied up and tickled.
Joe, I'm excited for your AO3 content of Ian and Ilya.
Writing it right now.
Yeah, I don't know. The seating arrangements on the couch are very funny. Where it's like
5 feet
homo.
apart because they're not gay.
Yeah, like
very-
we're not fags. Don't sit next to me, like. Ugh. And like even their body language on the couch, like Shane is like,
They
Yeah.
both have like their arms crossed. And
Yeah.
they're like, I don't fucking
Mhm.
care, whatever.
yeah,
It's like it's very two straight guys going to a movie theater and putting the popcorn in the seat between them. Like, yo, what's up? We're just checking out this. We're just watching TV. Whatever.
That's crazy. Sit next to it. Look next to
I'm
it.
just here to look at the chicks. I'm not fucking
Yeah.
gay.
I'll get to that discussion in a minute.
That's true.
That's like I used to do that at the gym sometimes with my trainer because I was afraid that I would like he'd be weird. He'd be like, "Why are you so far away from me? You can get closer to me." And like he would be the one to be like, "You're being weird. Just like stand next to me." Because I was like, "Well, these are like weird straight people at the gym. They're gonna be weird about that." But like I was being more weird about it.
Yeah. Like straight men who are like I grew up having a lot of straight men because I went to an all boys school, straight that are friends. And I think straight men love the intimacy. They actually love intimacy
They do,
with one
yes.
another. As long as they're comfortable with one another. And they love it if they're like cool with like gay people and you're their friend and they know you're gay, they love it.
Yeah.
They're like they feel like it's a safe thing for them to do, but also a way for them to share intimacy with another man, and it's safe, and they're not going to be judged by you for it. And at least in my experience, and I don't know where I was going with that, but sit next to each other in the movie theater. It's weird when you don't. It's gay when you don't. Sorry.
Joe, you just like described the root of all of my issues. Because
Well,
I like
Straight
that
men being
intimacy.
comfortable with you.
Yes, where it's like that's the
Yes.
intimacy I like. Where then it's like that's why friendships people are like, "You're too much, Ian," because like that's like the level of friendship intimacy I always like aim for.
You think it's because it's a safe space? Like
Yeah.
you can be intimate with them, but it doesn't have to go any farther than that.
No one's gonna break my heart, so it's fine.
Wow. I love when these turn into our little therapy sessions.
Speaking of, I just got a text saying, "Hey, are you okay today?" I just saw it on my fucking street. I'm like,
God.
"All right, I did post depressed shit."
Oh no.
Must be Tuesday.
That's
She says lovingly.
me. Ashley, you're not allowed to treat me the way they do.
We're a bad influence on her.
Hammy isn't either. Joe is barely
Oh,
allowed.
God. That's so funny.
So we get
Yes.
I love people say you're boring. Really? Who? Me. It's so shitty. I love it. This is where he mentions Svetlana. I do think Shane's, I guess maybe here, I guess I understand a little bit more. Shane's like weirdness over Svetlana is like, sometimes I'm like, dude, relax. He's fucking you. Like, you're the one
I
who's
mean,
like,
he's fucking her too, though. But
Yeah.
but like at this point, he's not anymore, right?
But also, would Shane know that?
True.
I think it's also getting to Shane because like he
He has the feeling.
he's had the conversation. I think there's a jealousy in him that Ilya can be bisexual and can sleep with women and is attracted to women, and something inside of him might wish that he is. I mean, we do kind of see that later, right? Like when he's talking to Rose and he's saying like, I like everything we're doing, but the sex stuff is just difficult.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's the part if it's not working, it's not
Right.
working. And I think Ilya is just sort of fucking with him a little bit and like almost making him feel more comfortable. Like I feel like he can sense Shane is a little uncomfortable with the intimacy, so he's trying to be like, hey, like it's not just you, like I'm not trying to like whatever. I do fuck other people, so I'm not as clingy as my ginger ale makes me seem.
that's not how I read this scene.
No.
Who
Give
actually
me
give
the
us
take.
a
You have it line by line.
That's a fun take, though. I like that.
Oh my gosh.
I mean that for real. I'm not being shitty.
No.
Actually, he said something shitty. He was like, she's got the line by line.
I do have the line by line.
She does.
Yeah.
She does.
Give me the read. I'm curious.
No, for me, I think it's more of Ilya trying to fill out Shane and decide, like, is he bi or like is he sleeping with other people too? Like, I can bring up the women because he's a well-known ladies' man. Like, everybody's always talking about him going out. He's seen with women, but you know, like he says, I never hear about you with women. I never, I think this is just his way of trying to figure out, like, is he fucking other dudes? Is he fucking other girls? Is he fucking anyone? And I think this entire scene to me screams, I like you. Tell me you like me back. Tell me you like me back, Shane. Tell me you like me back. So that's kind of how I read it.
I was thinking about that with language barrier shit because, in I think 5 and 6, he mentions his English getting better. So I was thinking about that in this scene in particular, whether that's what Ilya was trying to do, but not maybe accomplishing it so well because there is a language barrier, or if like he meant what he was saying and that was his explicit way of being like, no, I want to know. Or if it was like poorly conveyed because of the language. Like I was like wondering about that. Cause like I think a lot about sometimes my grandma, like when she would talk to me, and I mean, she was fluent in Spanish and English, but she wouldn't know the English word. So she would have to say, like there would be a word she had to say in Spanish, so she wouldn't remember or know what the word in English. Like I remember she didn't know the word trans. So she would have to describe, a person who was born like this, but then wanted to be like, she just didn't know the word trans. And I remember I had to teach it to her. And so I think about that a lot with like the two of them. I've been trying to see like, what's a language barrier and what is like, Ilya also is a poor communicator because he's used to just like bottling it all up inside until it explodes, which I feel like is, very.
Yeah. I mean,
European.
so I remember someone saying after the scene aired, it's the worst case scenario. It's a Slavic man trying to have an emotional conversation with an autistic man.
Yeah.
You couldn't have like two worst communicators in this situation. And it is kind of confusing what Ilya is trying to accomplish, but I do tend to lean a little bit more Ashley's side. I think that they're having like a more intimate moment. And I think Ilya is like, I'm cool with this. This doesn't mean anything, but it does mean something. He's just kind of denying that to himself. Like he wants the intimacy, but he's like, oh, this is still casual. I can totally marry you and you have your children, but it's very casual. We're not dating. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's kind of what he's trying to accomplish. And it's not going well because I think the way he's communicating it to Shane is not the way Shane needs it to be said to him, and probably not the way most of us need it to be said to us. Like, I think if a man was saying that to me, I'd be pissed off too. I'd be like, what the fuck?
Right.
So I think it was a little bit of miscommunication. I think it was two different people who don't feel comfortable enough to openly say things very simply. So they have to say it in a roundabout way. And then there is also that language barrier. which can be difficult. And then there's also like the autism barrier. So there's like a lot working against them in this conversation. And once they open up at the cottage and they're actually saying what they want to say, just openly,
Then I'm
straight out,
weeping.
flat, then like they have no trouble
Yeah.
having a
That's
conversation.
true.
But it's this like backwards way of getting to a point, but taking all the back roads and the side streets to get there because they're trying to avoid the elephant in the room, which is emotional feelings.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to commend myself. When Zach and I did a Nudie Judy episode where he interviewed my one good ex, John was like, the one thing I always say about Ian is he's really good at communication. He tells you exactly what he needs and exactly what he wants. There's no like dancing around what he needs. He was like, he is very clear, and that makes it pretty easy to like figure out what needs to be done for certain situations. He was like, when Ian's upset, he will say, I need you to do this. Just don't talk to me. Don't give me advice. Sit there, hold my hand. So yeah, I just wanted to toot my own horn and say I'm a good communicator. And my
I love the
ex-boyfriend
idea-
said that.
Toot.
I love the idea of you having your ex-boyfriends on for a podcast. If we have another podcast, can we just have all our ex-boyfriends on one by one and interview them? I would love
I think
that.
it would be a good idea for a podcast.
That would be so fun.
But I don't know that I could anyone else but that same ex to come on the podcast.
Yeah.
My other good
I
ex is
vibe
dead.
with this whole all y'all got. Oh Jesus Christ!
Do you want to come on? You could be our third co-host, and we would have a lot of fun.
I'm good.
I couldn't handle I don't think I could handle the two of you being mean to me at the same time.
You're
No.
handling it just fine right now.
It's only because Ashley's here, though.
I
would
keep
really
forgetting that I'm here because I'm so used to like watching these and editing them that I like laugh and I'm reacting and forgetting that I'm on camera.
You're a character in this show.
I'm used
Typically
to
my
talking to
line.
these idiot queer boys.
Yeah, through my computer screen.
Yeah.
One day I'm gonna film myself editing because I talk a lot. I talk back a lot.
Ashley's very good at texting me for certain things. Like I forget, sometimes she'll just be like, oh my God, you blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't even remember saying that. Ilya gets a phone call. It's his dad. The dad shit makes me very sad.
Yeah.
Because I also imagine that is, I mean, Ashley, we both lost a parent, but I imagine it's especially complicated if you fucking hate them, right? Like if they've been terrible to you, I just imagine that is very complicated feelings, right? Like, and I've had friends where like a parent passes, but they're like, you're like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, I had a really bad relationship. I didn't like them. It's very weird. And so like, especially with Ilya, who is not good with feelings, creating complicated ones in his head and not telling Shane, because Shane very much would be okay with him talking about it, right?
Yeah.
Like Shane. And do we think Shane kind of knows there's something wrong, or does he just think they like fought? I was trying to wonder that.
I don't think he does. I don't know. I think he thinks there's something complicated, but I don't think he understands the extent. We've seen him sort of stumble over that a few times, like at the Olympics, like in Vegas. Him just sort of thinking Ilya is irritable and not understanding that these emotions aren't about him and his intimacy with Ilya. I don't know. I think he doesn't understand personally, but what do you think, Ashley?
I think he has an idea that his home life is difficult.
Yeah.
But we know that he doesn't know that his mom is dead.
Right.
Until
Oh, right. He doesn't know that yet. Shit. Yes.
And they haven't really talked about, Ilya has not opened up to him. So he has no idea that his dad is sick or anything. I think he just knows that he has a very tense home life.
Yeah, I agreed.
And obviously he could tell from the yelling that this phone call did not go well.
Hammy?
Yeah, I don't think he knows. I agree. I think it's just he heard yelling. He knows the word for father and is like, is everything okay with your dad?
Yeah.
Fair.
Which Ilya does a great job of just cutting off. And he's like, oh, you speak Russian. You speak Russian now, do you? Oh, okay, that's cool. And then they instantly just cuddle. And I'm like, ooh, avoidant 101. That's so good. That's so cunty. Just being like, is everything okay with you? Want to lay your head on my chest?
Who knows that so well, Hammy?
Not me.
This was the first time I cried when the intimacy of Shane. We know Ilya's just had a bad conversation. We know he doesn't really want to talk about it. And then Shane just leans his head on his chest, and the way he just pets his hair and the look on his face where he's just trying to push the bad feelings out.
Yeah.
My feelings. I was like, fuck, why am I crying? God damn it. I've just been very emotional lately.
My
As
note
opposed
under
to
this
any
just
other
says,
day.
my tummy hurts.
It's such
Thank you,
an
Ashley, for
intimate
adding in so they
situation.
couldn't make fun of me for
Oh.
it. You also
I
failed.
was not going to make fun of you. I was not going to make fun of you. I think it's just such an emotionally intimate scene, way more intimate than we've really seen them. And we've seen them
Yeah.
be physical with each other a lot, but we've never seen them be like tender like that.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
And so it's interesting what happens next, right? It really all plays out kind of very realistically, I think.
One little tiny detail that kills me in a good way is when Shane starts to like mouth at him over his joggers, Ilya like can't not be touching his skin anymore, and he like goes in through the collar of his shirt and like puts his hand in his shirt to touch him. And I'm just like, oh my god, this man is so in love. Like, let's be real, he begged you to stay here, he cooked you a meal, he got you
Meal
your
he knew
favorite
specifically,
beverage.
yeah, that you like, yeah.
Yeah. And it just like, it hurts to watch knowing what's about to happen.
It does.
Shane has a pretty hot jerk off scene. Another thing that was
Hand job
discourse.
scene.
Yeah.
Sure, yes. Another thing that
Well,
was
he's not
discourse.
jerking off. That would be to himself. He's.
Yes.
I don't know. I can jerk you off. I can jerk someone off,
I suppose that's true.
right?
Yeah.
I can jerk off together. Like, that's still.
Can you jerk off of?
Yeah, but if we're jerking off together, I'm touching myself and you're touching you, I think.
When like I'm jerking you off, isn't that correct?
Let's just cut it. We'll call it mutual masturbation.
All right, fine. Anyway, there was also discourse on why Shane spits in his hand, and I'm like,
What? Why?
are people virgins? And like they,
Why
like,
wouldn't they spit?
That might be all the straight women watching.
That
Oh, maybe.
is
That's
crazy.
And I know you're not a straight woman,
I
but
was
like,
like, I'm not straight.
but like
Leave
you
me
have,
out of this.
You have sex with men, like, and you are a what? Like, you know
It's
that's
true.
right?
Yeah,
like,
Oh, I'm sorry for your loss.
because I feel like if you
Yeah,
touch
I
a
know,
dick, you
right?
know that that's like a thing you do. Like, that's what I
Yeah.
mean. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like spit is such like a primal part of sex. Like it's just something that
true.
happens very early on in your sexual awakening. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
yeah, like,
Pretty obvious.
I mean, it's not like he's spitting in his mouth, which I would also really like, but like that, I would see a little bit
Ian.
more of like someone being like, "Oh, I don't get it," and it's like, well, but like
Ian.
this seems pretty basic to me.
Yeah, I think so. too.
Yeah.
So the thing that I like, a theme of me reading the Facebook comment, and some of the people are very nice. Sometimes it's like very normal comments, but it's unhinged comments that really catch my attention because I think one of the groups is public and sometimes it's anonymous participant is what the person shows up as. That's a terrible idea to let someone like that post in a group because it's always a nightmare. And like people like that being like, I don't understand why you had to do that. And it's like, but how do you not understand? Like,
Yeah. They didn't
Right?
have lube on them. Sorry.
yeah.
They didn't want to use the tuna melt for lube. Like
Right,
what do you?
right.
But they
that's
kind of
maybe-
did, though.
A
They
little
did.
bit.
They
There was
did. There was a
definitely
little
tuna in it.
That's
for
like
sure.
the one thing about this
Yeah.
that I'm like, oh, tuna spit.
The dick smelled like the sea. It smelled like low tide on those balls. You know what I mean?
Do you know, Cardi B once put out a video, circling back to Super Bowl, she once put a video out that was like, the one thing I teach my girls is brush your damn teeth. She's like, before you put anything in your mouth that's someone else's body part, you're brushing your teeth. And I think about that
Yes.
a lot, like, even if like,
Of
I mean, not that
course.
whatever, but I'm like, yeah, you probably should for like anything. Like, but like
Oral
sometimes you don't
hygiene
have
is
time to
incredibly
it.
important.
Yes,
Yeah,
I know
well,
brushing
I'm-
your teeth, but you know what I mean? Like,
These boys
She-
don't prep for anything.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm incredibly intense about that, and I think maybe other people aren't. Whereas, like, if I'm gonna be intimate, I want to be clean. I want to be fresh. I want to be like everything to be perfect. Like, if someone's gonna see me naked, be inside my body, like in my mouth, like you know what I mean. Like, I just want to make sure everything is perfect. I don't want you going away with. I don't want anything above below a 5-star review. You know what I mean? Like,
You're in the Uber. You're handing out bottles of water. You're like, we
Right,
got
I
mints
really
in the back.
am.
We got yeah.
let me
I get it.
let me leave Joe a Yelp review real quick.
Yeah, real
please
quick.
do because
1.5 stars.
1.5.
Sorry.
Too fresh.
That's sick. That's sick.
Shane gets up and leaves. He can't do this. They've come.
Oh,
Thank you for
Oh,
actually,
listening.
because Ilya says his name.
yeah.
Says
Actually,
Shane.
is that in the book?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Shane freezes and says, Shane, he called me Shane, and doesn't know like what to do. And then after a few seconds is when he's like, Ilya.
Yeah.
And then he's like, no, I gotta go.
I gotta go.
I see, and I'm literally currently listening to the book, and I was like, I can't remember if these things happen concurrently, like the name and then. But did any of you notice how bad the ADR is when he says
Yes.
Shane?
Thank you. That's my note.
It's
That's why I
so
wanted to
bad.
ask you, Ashley, because I thought
And that's
maybe it wasn't in the book,
upset.
so they added it here afterwards.
It makes me
or
so
something.
upset because it's such an important scene, and it's after the tuna melt. Like they knew that this was the scene. It's not like, and
It's
somebody told me
weird.
like that they think they had heard Jacob say that episode 4 and episode 3 were originally flipped, and they moved it back, and they were like, maybe that's why. And I'm like, but they still had the tuna melt scene.
Yeah, yeah.
That doesn't make any sense, even if it was in a different order.
Because
So, I don't know.
most
It
of the
bothers me a lot.
Most of the stuff, even like when I was getting to the episode 5 part of the book, I kept thinking to myself, well, not all of this probably happens in the book at this, but no, it all does.
All of
Like,
it, yeah.
So yeah, it's like weird that, the ADR just really bothers me, and I don't know
It takes me
why.
out of it.
Yeah.
I kept rewatching it because I was like,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
no way that this important moment was forgotten in ADR. And I like would slow it down and like look at the lips, and I was like,
I watched their Adam's apple to see if I could see their. I'm like, no, they're not talking.
so
So
sad.
I will, hands up, but it's because I hate this in real life. I hate, I like you too much, so I'm gonna go. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that in real life. I hate that as a plot. I hate that here. I love the show, so I accept it as part of the show. But I'm like, Shane, what are you doing? This man is gorgeous. Just keep playing with him. He
He's
clearly
having a
likes.
panic attack.
I know,
Yes.
but it's so clear that Ilya likes him at this point. For me, like it is very clear to
Yeah.
both of them. This is more
But
than
that's
just.
the problem. He might not want to be
He doesn't.
liked in this way. He's
But
there's
like,
a reason he goes to Rose and just starts it, right? Like he's scared about if he falls in love with this man, he needs to admit to the world that he's gay. And if Ilya, this man who is probably more likely to be okay with being public about it, and this is the person he loves, like that, what's next, right? And I think he's just
I don't
scared
know.
of that. I've definitely done a like, I'm getting feelings, and I
sure
do
you
not
have.
want fucking feelings. That is not what I'm going for.
You have to understand there's a lot on Shane's shoulders, especially
I
Shane.
do understand that. I do, but like
He has
they're having
Yuna
a
on
good
his back.
time.
He has Yuna on his back. That his job is so important to him. It means more than just a paycheck. This has probably been something that he's lived his entire life, being a part of a hockey family. Yuna is a very intense mother who wants the best for him because she has an autistic child who she felt she probably needed to, help guide him, and she did an amazing job, obviously. And
She might also want to go to Wimbledon, though.
She might also want to go to Wimbledon. She might also want to go to Wimbledon, but also he's representing, Asian Canadians in a big way, and that's something that representation is really important to her and him, and to a lot of people. And so I think, and he's also landing brand deals with Rolex. So there's a lot on the line, right?
It's not just the
Ilya
hockey.
doesn't have sponsorships, does he? Like we don't see any clips of like him really. Like
But
he
he
does
has
stuff
to,
with
right?
Shane, but
If
Hey,
he
he
does,
has-
then it's like very chill
Low
contracts.
key, yeah. I would
Whereas Shane
agree.
is like all in. He's doing
Because he
commercials.
pays for his whole family's everything, and he has that beautiful place still.
Well, yeah, the NHL pays
well,
for
yeah, he's
He's a
making millions
captain.
no matter
You have to
what.
Well, no,
remember.
but that's what I mean. Like, I don't know. Like, Ilya also has like his job. Like, that is a
Right.
good job. Like, I don't know. I think
Probably
I guess
doesn't
I-
have. He probably doesn't
Ilya
have a
has so much less
publicist like.
to lose. I feel.
That's true.
Yeah, agreed.
I also feel like, so this is how I always interpreted it. Shane really loves hockey and has worked really hard to get where he is.
Yep.
Ilya happened to be good at hockey and got pushed to where he is. And it's like, this is cool. I like this job. This is chill. But he doesn't hold hockey to the standard that Shane does.
Yeah,
Mm,
I like that. That's good.
that's very true.
I agree with that. I
You've
still don't
watched
like
this show a
this.
few times.
Just a couple times.
I
Ian
just,
said,
I don't know.
want a plot. I just want everyone to be in love.
No, I just never. I love you, Hammy. This is not a dig at you. I think in real life that is a dipshit plot line, and especially in his like fiction story, I think is a dipshit plot line because I don't. This is where my brain like can't compute. I'm like it's obvious. Why are we pretending Like for me, that's what I go to when it's like, why are we pretending that this is not what it is? Because it is what it is, and it's so obvious. If anything, if I were in this situation, I'd be more annoyed that Ilya was not verbalizing it correctly.
I think it's obvious to you because you're the viewer. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're in a situation, it's completely different than if you're watching it on
I mean,
TV.
I never think anyone likes me, but if like they've seen my asshole, then like,
Also, I think at this point, they really, yeah, we're going to move past that.
Thank you.
I had a response, but we're going to move past it.
They're actually editing in real life, in real time.
She said, cut. We're putting a cut there.
I think at this point, Shane still truly at his core believes that even if they are in love, they can't be together because there are no out NHL players. And even if they did come out, they are the biggest rivalry in the league. And all of his teammates fucking hate this guy. So all of his friends, because all of his friends are from his team, hate this man. His parents hate this man.
Ian, imagine if you were in a situationship with someone, and if you were to catch feelings for them, it meant you would never make money ever again. And your parents would be disappointed.
I already can't. Don't make money, so it's fine. Okay,
well,
I just can't.
bad person to ask.
Yeah,
he just has too much to lose, and I think the show really puts an exclamation mark on that by like fully jumping to his parents right after. It's like he's stressed out about this thing. Here's literally why.
I don't know. I get it. I understand.
It's just a little tropey.
Yeah. And so
I get it. Yeah.
I know that I can be a walking cliche, but like in real life too, I'm like, don't say the thing that's like cliche. Like I will, even if I'm thinking something that's super cliche, I will reword it so it is not. I just like, even like an internet comment, I'm like, say something new. I don't care if I agree, say something new. Don't say the same fucking thing 10 times. I don't want to hear it. So I think that's...
Okay, writing teacher.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's, I have an MFA for a reason. Sometimes I'm smart.
Oh, here comes the MFA again. Everyone take a shot.
I'm going to fucking frame it and put it on the wall in this room. I don't know where it is.
Yeah, we wouldn't.
There's no room.
Yeah,
so
we wouldn't be able to pick it out, I don't think.
I lost my degree a long time ago.
I have no idea where mine is either.
So we meet with his parents, and he is grumpy as shit with his parents. And I like knowing at the end when they're like, we kind of thought maybe this is a very good, like, they're testing the waters, right? Like, I think that's what Yuna's doing. She's like, what about this, what, a Swedish princess?
Swedish princess.
Yeah, but first she says a Swedish prince.
She says prince at
no,
first.
princess. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that was
like,
good.
Also, can I talk about the framing in the scene real quick?
Yeah.
Please.
So we've seen them at this restaurant before in a past episode, and the way that they framed it was, it's the same table that they were sitting at. Yuna and David are in their same seat, Shane's in his same seat, but the first time the camera was going like through David and Yuna to Shane, and you couldn't see the extra chair that was empty, and everything was like nice and balanced. His career was taking off. This is when we learned that he got the Rolex deal. And then now that he's feeling the weight of not having Ilya with him, we're shifted to where we can see the empty seat the whole time when we're looking at Shane, and it's all off balance.
That part
kills me.
Someone took 25 pages of notes. That is good, Ashley. That is good.
It won't be
You sound like one of
balanced
those
again.
crazy people on the internet who has like a 45-page dissertation about the ginger ale, but this one actually tracks. I like this one a lot.
It's not balanced again until we go to the cottage,
Yes.
and they go to have dinner with the parents, and it's 2 and 2 on the table.
Gonna
Beautiful.
fucking cry.
Beautiful.
He doesn't want to go to Wimbledon. He doesn't want to do anything. He's kind of like, no, about everything. The dad is kind of like, what's wrong? And he's just like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm in a weird mood. JJ calls Shane to say that the cast of X Squad is going to be at this like place where there's a private party that his friend is hosting. He wants Shane to come. Shane goes. Shane, the bartender, is like, ooh, Rose Landry's here.
Fuck that bartender. I'm mad at him.
And I gotta say, I've said this before, she is a great actor. She is fantastic on Yellow Jackets. And plays like my arch enemy on Yellow. Like I fucking hate Shauna Shipman. Unlike any hate I've ever had for a fictional character in my entire, like her face makes me angry. All I want is her to die on that show. Like I want Christina Ricci and all the other like survivors to fucking kill Shauna Shipman because she is the devil. She's so great in this role. She is so, it took me
She's
a
so
while
lovely.
to warm up to her because not only is this is Shauna Shipman, who I hate, who is terrible to everyone on Yellow Jackets, but also she's interfering with Ilya and Shane. So it says a lot that she still is so easy to like. Like, I think it's a credit to that actor that she can be charming. She really doesn't feel like pushy. Like Shane, like, I mean, Hammy, you mentioned it. That's why he goes to her, right? Because he wants the cover. It doesn't feel like she's like kind of like pushing him into it. It kind of feels like
No, they
he's, like-
naturally click
Yes.
instantly.
Yeah.
They have a lot in common. The conversation's really easy. She's a natural choice for him to be like,
Yes.
okay, let's give this a try.
Yeah, I agree. And I also do think their chemistry is really good, but does not read sexual, which
Yeah,
is
it's
on purpose.
bestie.
But
Yeah.
Yeah,
like I
no.
think like even from this beginning, I'm like, yeah, these aren't two people that are like fucking. These are two people that are like cool. It's like me meeting a girl at a bar where it's like, oh, cool, we're friends. Let's be Instagram friends.
Agreed.
I disagree.
Hmm.
I fully disagree. This is a bad take that I don't think anyone on the internet will like at all. But I feel like we see Hudson in this. I think Hudson wanted to fuck this woman. And I feel like we get the most authentic. The way he is smiling through this whole conversation is how he smiles on the red carpets. I feel like this was his one chance to be like, kind of like a bro in a way in this thing. And I just like rewatch the scene and just look at his face, look at the way he smiles, look at how the lower lids of his eyes like raise up whenever she says something. I genuinely felt like he was so into her. I don't know why. It might be crazy. It might be like my bi coming out, like my
I
bias.
was saying you're projecting.
I might be projecting, but like I was just watching it and I was like, these two are gonna fuck. But I don't know if it's just because this was the first time he knows he's not a, like whatever, so he can be comfortable. Like Shane himself can just be like comfortable with this person, and I think she also does a really good job of being like, I know you're famous, but I'm more famous than you, so I am the dominant one in this, and like slides the fries over, and I think he's into that being
He
like
likes being the hole.
He is submissive.
Yeah.
because he knows her and he's like, holy shit, like this is and maybe that's what I'm reading is like more like him being like, oh my god, my
Rosa,
childhood,
yeah.
my like this celebrity, and then just being excited to fuck a celebrity,
Well,
straight or not.
I also was thinking about I mean, not that this is real life, but like the real life dynamic of like, I could pass a famous sports person and have no fucking clue who they were. But if I passed Mystique from the X-Men, I'm going to be like, that's fucking
Right.
Mystique from the
Yeah.
X-Men. Cause like when I worked at Barnes and Noble, like we didn't get celebrities come in, but we would get like football and hockey stars. And I fucking never knew. It's like, I remember someone being like, did you see who you rung up? And I was like, no. And it was someone from the Flyers, the Philadelphia Flyers. And I was like, I don't even know who that is when they said the name. And we would get a lot of them because we're very close to Philly. I could not pick any of them out from a crowd. Sometimes they'd come to a book signing and I still wouldn't know who the fucking person was when they said hi to me. And how different that is. Like, they are still famous, right? But they're a different kind of famous. So I'm always curious what pop culture exists in shows and what the like level of fame is in fictional universes. Like, where he would rank, because clearly he is like, arguably him and Ilya would be like the hockey stars, right? Like they would be the famous ones.
But he's also in Montreal, so I feel like him being noticed by people like the bartender in Montreal is like fully different than like
Right.
her being famous everywhere.
Right. Well, that's what I
Yeah.
mean. Yeah, like she would be famous anywhere she went, and he might not be, right? Like some random gay in New Jersey would recognize her before they would recognize him in this universe.
Of course, yeah.
We get Ilya looking at social media posts about Rose and Shane. And I like seeing how like he's like such a brat when he's like, I'm not jealous, I stubbed my toe. Like I fucking am very charmed by that.
Also, so it's like Marley and Connors that like calls him over to show him. And the guy that plays Connors is Harrison Brown, and he's the first ever trans pro hockey player, which is really cool that they got him
Yeah.
involved in the show.
Yeah. Rose texts Shane about she can't make the game. They're still shooting, but she wants to meet up at the club after. They're both not good on the ice. And they're like not speaking, right? Like at all at this
Right.
point.
This is when we get the like contrast of we see Ilya slam him into the
Right.
wall, and he's not smiling, like he's looks pissed the whole time. And whereas earlier during the cuts that we saw, he was like really smiling and having a great time.
Yeah.
And now he's like not looking at him. Even though Shane, when they're on the bench or whatever, Shane looks at him multiple times, and Ilya will not look at him.
Yeah. Ilya's incredibly hurt at this point. You could tell. Like, I mean, obviously him seeing all these stories and his friends pointing it out, and it being on like ET or whatever,
Yeah,
you know, the
he can't
equivalent
get
is.
away.
He's being tortured by it. I mean, he was the one, and obviously you have to remember the last time he saw Shane got up and left him with a belly button full of cum. So like he's distraught right now. And so for him to then see him dating someone else in a very high profile way, has to really absolutely kill Ilya. And
absolutely. I'm sure Ilya's not used to being turned down ever.
Yeah, and I mean, I also don't think he is used to having feelings in sexual relationships, and this is probably the first time. And then for that first time to end in such a abrupt way out of nowhere, seemingly to him, and then for him to immediately be dating like the biggest celebrity in the world or whatever, the Jennifer Lawrence of this universe.
The Rebecca Ramon Stamos of this universe.
Rebecca Ramon Stamos. Yes. Who was my Mystique, by the way?
I just think it also like reinforces this idea that he has had his entire life based on the way his family is of, if I'm vulnerable in any way, people will leave. People will hate me. And he was vulnerable with Shane, and Shane left, and now here he is with a woman that he can't get away. He's in the gym trying to work out. They're on the TV. He opens his phone. They're on social media. It's all Instagram. Everything is just all about them. And so it's like a special brand of torture.
Yeah, that's such a great point, Ashley.
I agree. I think like it was Ilya being vulnerable for the first time, and combined with the conversation they had where Ilya's like, you are or Shane says he's very private, and Ilya's like, yeah, you are very private. So that is like an extra like wound on top of it.
Yeah.
Is to be like, I was vulnerable, and that made you leave me. And you said to me that you are a very private person, and now you're being incredibly public.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is what happened? I can't. Yeah, which sucks double.
So true.
But I also think Shane, doesn't know what's happening. Like, I'm sure Ilya feels like he's being stabbed in the back, but I think Shane is just like, my mom is going to be so happy, and those brand deals are going to be coming in, and
Ilya then wants to go out. He's annoyed, right? That's when we get him staring in the mirror.
Go.
Right after which you will all be very happy to know the announcer says, where on the ice was Shane Hollander? Where was Ilya Rozanov? Then we get Ilya. See, I pay attention sometimes. And then we get Ilya staring in the mirror, fucking pissed because he's kind of thinking the same thing. Or he like knew that's what people were thinking about him and Shane. And we immediately get like the needle drop of the year, which is fucking Tattoo, like she said. I didn't know I would love this song as a needle drop in a like gay romance show, but like it slaps, right? Like it's so good.
And the remix, how it fades into the slow down remix is so good. I get chills every time.
Yeah,
and I've seen it like 30 times.
The first time I watched this, I thought they just slowed down the like Tattoo. I was like, they just like slowed it down so it sounds like a dude, but it is a like cover. The other discourse moment that I've been seeing a lot of, which is the discourse moment that makes me insane, is Miles comes off as a sexual assaulter because he's getting too close to Shane without consent. And I'm like, these are people that are dancing and know each other. Like,
yeah. I do think it's weird. I mean, can I play devil's advocate? I do think it's weird.
No, I don't want devil's advocate. I hate devil's advocate.
The kiss is weird.
The kiss. It's the kiss. I don't mind them dancing. But the thing is, we don't know the context, right? Like, we don't know their relationship. We don't know their friendship. But like, to us as the audience, this is kind of our first time seeing them. So it like, I'm like, oh, what's happening? Like, are they in a throuple? I do. Does Shane even know what's happening? Like, I genuinely, my mind immediately is like, oh, I don't understand. But I think that maybe has more to do with time constraint than like the character itself. But I do think it is weird from like a storytelling standpoint. I think maybe it could have been taken out for the show.
So wait, I think from here to the end of this episode, I'm going to try to sound like a smart professor for a second, is everything is a metaphor. Everything, I think, from the moment he enters the club to the end of this episode, like, we're not getting it in real time. We're getting chops. We're getting like when they're staring and the camera's like zooming in just on him, like that's not happening. So I do think Miles, like the little kiss, which is like, isn't it just like on like
on his neck?
On his neck.
I do think it's because Shane isn't reacting to that. And I do think closeted Shane would have been like, ah, if he was upset about this. Poor Miles dances on Shane, no reaction, makes eye contact with Ilya, just smiles at him and gets no reaction. And Ilya's just like, Meh. Which reminded me of my Andy Cohen moment at the bar. Yeah. I think I've told that Andy Cohen story where like he was shoulder to shoulder with me and he leaned over and I was like, oh, he's going to hit on me. And he went, excuse me, and hit on the guy next to me and bought him a drink, which is like summary of my dating life. But like, I do think none of this is like, I think it's happening, but I don't think it's all happening the way we're seeing it. Like, I think it's more metaphor than it is like, this is how it's going. Because the same way, like, Shane's still staring at Ilya, but is also back at Rose's apartment or his apartment, whoever's.
It's his.
And like, she's getting naked. And like, but then we see him, he's in the club staring at Ilya. So like, I do think a lot of everything that's happening here is like a metaphor. Like, I think Shane is like, he's got the woman in front of him, but he's ignoring her. And he's got the man slightly kissing on him, dancing behind him where he would like a man to be, and is staring at Ilya the entire time. So I think it's all like, we're moving pieces for a metaphor, not for like one for one plot. I don't know.
I do think it is like a physical manifestation of the inner turmoil that he is going through right now. Women, men, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle and I don't know what to do, but the only person I want's over there and I can't have him.
That's the only thing he's sure of, but that's what he wants.
Freak me out a little. I'm like, why would you do that, Miles? But also the shower that Ilya's in is not the shower that we see behind him when he's staring in the mirror and says, fuck this shit, and comes out. It's a different shower.
But it's also the shower that he blows Shane in earlier.
Mm-hmm. Which makes me think it's Shane's shower. And Shane is looking up at his bathroom, picturing Ilya.
That's what I was gonna say. It ends with them like looking at each other, and that's clearly not happening either. You know what I mean? Like,
No, I think this ending was incredible. I mean, it stayed with me very heavily for the next week until the next episode played. Like, it was truly a dark cloud that followed me. The ending was beautiful. It was stressful. It was intense. It was so artistic. That song is still stuck on my head and still on my playlist at the gym. So, I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was very upsetting. Very upsetting.
The way this ended, it was like if like the reveal of a killer in like another show. Like, it was just like, like, fuck!
It was the reveal of like the killer, and it happened to be your favorite character. Like, you know what I mean? It was like the killer.
This is also our 4th episode with a devastating ending, and I'm like, can I please get just a normal sad ending instead of one that makes me want to jump off a fucking cliff?
Yeah.
That's why December was terrible for me.
I just
and then they told me that they thought it should be that it was like originally flipped. Can you imagine? Like,
no, having to wait another week,
leaving this scene and then going to the Scott and Kip episode.
I would have hated Scott and Kip so much. I would have been like, I don't want to fucking watch this right now. And then that ends sad too. So it's just like, there's no winning.
What's the Tyra Banks quote? Get that fag off my screen. Like,
I'm not watching that. Yeah.
Icon. Yeah. So my notes say Rose Landry's butt looks A plus. The
Yes.
bisexual lighting. The stairs are killing me. Why am I crying? My God, I need to get out of the house. Ilya's ass in the shower looks fantastic.
Yeah, always.
Shane and Ilya looking at each other while they're doing other things. Fuck, 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 fuck. Then the credits roll. Those are the end of my notes.
Great notes. A plus, buddy.
Yeah, great job.
Study
Just
for
like
the
the
test.
ass, A plus.
A plus. That's right.
You know? It is. I feel like we talked so
Good
much about
butt.
Ilya and Shane's. I needed to give her
Yeah.
kudos for having a great
Yeah,
ass,
of
too.
course.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If my ass is on a screen, I want people talking about it on a podcast.
Yes, same.
I also love the camera work of all that entire scene where the camera's like spiraling around them in the club and then it's spiraling around the
It is
spiral
dizzying.
staircase.
Yeah.
And it's like, because they're spiraling. And so
Yes.
you're supposed to feel like you're spiraling and they achieved it so beautifully.
Yeah, they did.
Earlier today, that's how I felt driving to work. The spiral staircase. I'm just like my brain's full of bees, and I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I'm as the only non-bisexual here. I feel like it was like very good. I don't know. I thought it was like sexy on all ends, and I liked that. I liked that it
It
wasn't
was.
just. It's never like ew, gross the girls. You know what I mean? And I really appreciate that.
Mm-mm.
No,
The
of course
girls in
not.
this show are so hot.
So hot, so beautiful, so smart. We love them.
Now we're at the end. Before we do our Ally of the Week and rankings, here's an interview with Kyle.
Hey, everybody. It's me. I'm Matthew Finlan. Join you from Toronto. Happy to be here, guys. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for doing this. And
Yes.
I appreciate y'all did this on such short notice. Fit it in. I appreciate it. I always ask everyone, how did your audition go? And when did you find out you got the parts? I know some people found out like really close to shooting time. Some people, they had some time
Mhm.
beforehand.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. Fun story. So originally, like this came to me like every audition normally does. It's like it starts as a little email from my team that's like, hey, let us know if you're interested in this. And it was like, okay, what is this show? I sort of will read the storyline of the piece, whether it's a movie or a show. And I was like, oh, there's like a gay romance in this. I was like, yes, that's like a check. Okay, cool. That's something I can do. But the first role that came to me was actually for Scott Hunter, which we now know Scott. We know who that is, Francois. And I went back and looked at my email and I typed to my team and I was like, love the piece and what it's about, you guys, but read the sides and read the breakdown. I really don't think I'm Scott. But I was like, but this Kip character, because the scene that they sent for the audition, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, is like Scott and Kip's first interaction at that smoothie store. And so I was like, there's this character named Kip who, I don't know, I'm just like connecting with him a lot more. So can we reach out to casting and see if we can get that? And so then they reached back and were like, yeah, they're not casting for Kip just yet, but they would still love to see you do Scott if you're down. And I was like, I guess, because in my brain, I'm like, you know, an audition for one thing is an audition for like everything else that casting director may see you do. So I was like, sure, let's just like shoot it, I guess. So do that. They were like, you're right, Matthew. They're not going to go with you for Scott. I was like, yeah, I could have told you that. But then they were like, okay, but here's Kip. You know, we're doing the breakdown for that, and gave it like a swing and I guess a swing and a miss, but maybe not a complete miss.
I'll say
'cause I
not
was
too
still,
much
like,
of a miss.
authentic to
No,
it.
yeah. They obviously saw
Exactly.
something they liked in you.
Totally. But I'll say like, so I put the tape out and didn't hear anything for like weeks, as it sometimes goes. And then, funny enough, I was in New York for the premiere of this film I did called Hell of a Summer, which was cool. And
Oh yes, I looked you up and I was like, oh, I love that movie. Yeah, I watched that.
yes, you get to play, you know, a crazy theater camp twink counselor who, spoiler alert, gets axed in the head. And that was just like funny to be in New York. You know, the premiere was like, yeah. And then I woke up and got an email and was like, oh wait, that hockey show that I auditioned for, what was this? And then it was like, there's another role, Kyle, wondering if you're interested. It's not what you auditioned for. And I was like, okay, cool. I was like, yes, let's take it. And yeah, it was funny because the night before I had just been to Stonewall in New York. And then also I went to Flaming Saddles for the first time, which was just crazy. Like, those of you listening who may not know, the bartenders like dance on the bar top like every 20 minutes. And I just was like, what is this? So to be like, get that New York bar experience. And then the next day be like, hey, you're going to be Kyle, the New York bartender. I was like, okay, cool. Maybe the universe was like sending me signs for me to pick up on. But yeah. And then the rest was kind of history. I just showed up on set. We did it and we rocked it. And like, it's kind of been crazy.
One, I gotta say, Stonewall was like my regular bar I went to when I lived in New York. That was like where I always went. I've held
I
all
should
of
let you
our
know. If I'd known, we could have connected.
no,
Yeah.
all of our podcast live events I've had, except for one, have been at Stonewall. Like the upstairs, there's that stage.
Okay.
Which
I didn't. You know what? I didn't get to see upstairs, so maybe there's much to be discovered there.
great. When we hang out there, we'll take you upstairs.
Perfect.
The like cutesy thing, I always am like, well, I performed on the same stage as Madonna and Taylor Swift because they have both performed on that stage.
Wait,
I-
no way.
I mean, you know, it's like I think Taylor Swift, Tyler Ferguson had a show and she was a surprise guest. Madonna
Yeah.
called them on New Year's Eve, I forget what year, and just said, I want to perform tonight. And they were like, okay.
Yeah, why
Right,
not?
because who says no to Madonna?
That tends
right?
to happen
Allow
when
it.
Madonna calls. Yeah.
I remember when they told me the story because I was mad. I was like, why didn't any of you tell me? And they were like, literally no one knew. Her people called the day of to say she wants to perform upstairs at Stonewall tonight.
That's
I
amazing.
don't know if you could get away with that now. You probably could. I mean,
If you're Madonna, I feel like you still can, but
Do it, everyone probably.
yeah.
Because like
Yeah.
a gay bar, like I don't think anyone would be mad that like, oh, Madonna
Do you
is
think
now.
people would believe it's actually her, or would everyone be
I would
convinced
not have,
that it's just
yes.
like such a good drag queen impersonating and be like, it's not actually you, but I'll believe it is? And she's like, no, it's me.
And I'm one
Probably
of
a
those
lot of that.
people that when I see well, like when I lived in New York, I would think, oh, do I know that person? Did I work with them? But it's because they're famous. But like my brain doesn't jump to like, oh, that's a famous person. It jumps to like, did I work with them? Did I go to college with them?
100%. Yeah. Oh, that's nuts.
When did you realize the show was such a big hit?
Oh, that's funny. Okay, I will say I have some people in my life who were aware of the series, the book series.
Yeah.
And so when I was telling them that, yeah, I did this show, it's called Heated Rivalry, based off this fan fiction, they were like, wait, is it that Rachel Reed series? And I was like, yeah, do you know about it? And so there were like rumblings before it came out where I was like, okay, this is one of the first projects where people around me are sort of like aware that this exists. I was like, okay, that's exciting. So that was like the first sort of tip off. But then I think like when I was aware that it was a hit was maybe like, I don't know, definitely after the first 2 episodes, my parents watched it, which like my parents love everything I do, but I was like, wait a minute, you guys watch this show? They were like, yeah, it was this hockey show. It was on. I was like, okay, what did you think? And they were like, well, it's explicit. I was like, that's one way to describe it.
That's so
And
sweet,
so it was
though.
like, I know, right? I was like, thanks for your support. And they were like, but wait, you're on that show? And I was like, yeah, that's the show that I filmed. So they didn't even know that I was in the show and they had watched it. And I was like, okay, that's a little bit of a tell. And then, yeah, after the episode aired where I'm sort of like in it, like my phone blew up from like every coworker or like hookup that I had, who still has my number was like, wait a minute, were you just Kyle? Were you just, thank you, Kyle. Was that just you? Were you on Heated Rivalry? And I was like, holy shit, like what? Like, what is this response? And so that's sort of when it clicked for me. I was like, okay. And then like literally since then, where haven't you seen the show been mentioned? Like, it's kind of crazy. Like our prime minister here has mentioned the show. And I'm like, that's, like, I don't actually remember any piece of Canadian content, let alone like a show in general that I've worked on or that I can remember in recent memory that has sort of like cracked the zeitgeist like it in that like political figures, sports, like athletes, like it's really bridging all of these sort of worlds together that I'm just like still constantly astounded at its reach. I'm like, Connor's hosting SNL at the end of this month. I'm like,
it's insane.
Is it
They were
tonight?
just
Or
like-
no, yeah, in a month. You're
I
right.
think,
Yes.
I think, I think it's actually February 28th. Make
Yeah,
sure you
you're
all
right.
tune in. No,
Yes, we will be locked in. Special
like-
episode.
but-
We're going to talk about it.
Exactly. I bet you will. Yeah, we can go to Stonewall and debrief after.
Yes.
It'll be so
Exactly.
great.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
You know,
it's honestly just been wild. Yeah.
even my dad, who's like pretty conservative, was like, "Oh, I think the guys on that hockey show you like were at the Olympics," and I was like, "Yeah, they were. Yes."
Yeah, where are
Like,
they?
okay, maybe this is a good example. I was doing laundry, and here the laundry is like outside and around the back that I have to go. So I was like walking, like hood up, like just, in my Sunday scrubs. And my neighbor was like, oh my God, are you Kyle? And I was like, you have to be kidding me right now. And I turned and I was like, oh, you're watching the show? And she was like, yeah, thank you, Kyle. And I was like, that is crazy.
That's amazing.
With, like hood up and like my dirty underwear basically in my face. Somebody recognized it. I was like, that's crazy. But love the support all around. I think it's incredible. And not just for a Canadian show, not just for a queer show,
Yeah.
but like for any show in this economy. Love that people are embracing it like that.
Yeah, you're right. It's like not just for queer shows, just like a show in general being this big is
Yeah.
so unheard of these days. Like I feel like
Right? It's
I
like
mean,
Heated Rivalry and Hannah Montana. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's those two things.
I feel like this is such a cooler, like a water cooler show, which we haven't had in so long. Like maybe Stranger Things, but I think the jumps between the years, between seasons, is kind of like cooled it
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember like Game of Thrones at its peak? That's how Heated Rivalry felt. Like you just couldn't get away from it. Everyone was talking about it. It was
Yeah.
such a cultural like hit. Like it was huge. It's still, I mean, it is huge. It's affecting everything still to this day. Like
Yeah.
you still have like new professional athletes or retired professional athletes coming out. It's meant so much to people, and it's still on everyone's mind. Like we have all seen it, we've all watched it, but like we're still rewatching it. We're still like, I'm still immersed in the world. It's so good.
It blows my mind too, because it's like Rachel Reed's already started continuing the series, and so
Yes.
it's kind of cool. This is maybe one of the first examples of like an audience driving the content to be like freshly created. Like I
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
Game of Thrones existed, but we're still waiting on some of that to come out.
I don't
You know
think it's
what I
ever
mean?
coming out.
No, yeah.
I don't think it is. And
No.
like, you know, we all know what happened to J.K. Rowling. And so like
Who?
this is one
So it's a
sort of
shame
like
that doesn't exist anymore either.
100%, you know, maybe they should have been hockey players. But it's like it's so cool. And so yeah, it's just like where will it stop? Who's to say? Who's to say?
I mean, Joe and I, just for the previous episode that we recorded, we had on a Connor McDermott Mastowi, who is a Team America Olympic speed skater, and he was in
Yes.
Germany training for the Olympics and leaving for Milan the next day.
Yes.
And like he loved the show so much that he was like, "Yeah, I want to come on."
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is just mind-boggling. It's because like literally, yeah, to me, when I was joining it, like I knew of Jacob, obviously, like in Canada, we love Shorzy, we love Letterkenny, we love what he's done for us and everything. And then I knew him on like a sort of like outskirts professional level. Like Toronto's only so big. He literally does live like 2 streets over from here. And so when I got the part and was doing the show, it was just felt like a little kind of like ragtag Canadian production where it was like, oh, I know our DOP, okay, I know our focus puller, I know our sound and hair makeup. And so it's kind of like doesn't really compute in my brain the like ripple effect and how far this is. But for you to say that like this athlete headed to the Olympics is like a fan of the show that we made, it's like it's incredible, and I'm so humbled and grateful to be part of it. And yeah, it's just so cool to know that we can have that reach.
I teach freshman writing at a local college, 2 local colleges, and
okay, flex.
I had to, not really. And I forget what the thing was in my slides where I was linking to something from McGill. I think it was like they had a list of sources or something that it was like useful for my students. And it was like, here's a link from McGill. And underneath that, I put the scene where they joke about McGill, and Ilya's like, what the fuck is McGill? And I just put a little star over the word fuck. And I could pick out each one of my students that immediately recognized what it was. Yeah. Like,
oh, yeah.
I saw like 5 of them, like their faces lit up, and I was like, aha. And so after class, I was like, do you guys watch it? And they're like, oh my God, we love it so much. And they were like talking to me about it. I was a little like, what can I talk to about this show with my students? But they're college
Tell me
students.
about it.
Yeah, they're college.
Yeah. I feel like watching those first 2 episodes at the premiere in the theater with everybody, I was like, should we really be watching it as a group? Okay. Like, but
I told Joe I've been listening to, I'm like big on audiobooks because I have like a commute for between my 2 jobs, and I've been listening to the book. And the first day I put it on was the first day of the semester. It's like 7 a.m. and like hearing all those sounds, I was like, am I allowed to listen to this on the way to work? Like
it's intense. It's intense. Yeah.
It can be. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with driving to work with a boner.
You know, I guess who cares, right?
That's beautiful. It's 2026.
A little stick shift.
That's right.
Yes. Or
Speaking
big
of-
stick shift. We don't know. Yeah.
Not for us to know. Not for us to say. They're all valid. All stick shifts are valid.
So true.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. What is the wildest thing? Speaking of, what is the wildest thing you've seen a fan say about either the show or your character?
Oh my God. The wildest thing you've seen somebody say?
Or like just seen online about it?
Do you know what? I feel like we've been so inundated and it with like so much commenting on it that I think for me, it's not any one like buzz phrase to be like, oh my God, Connor's ass or like Hudson's whatever. Like, although I'm sure it's there if you dig deep enough.
Right.
Yeah,
I
it is.
to me, it's more just like seeing like Stephen Colbert talk about it in his opening monologue, or
That's
seeing
fair.
like Nikki Glazer at the Golden Globes make
Yeah.
a joke about it. I'm just like, what? It's just, yeah, it's insane because so long I've described it to people as like, oh yeah, it's a little gay hockey show. And they're like, okay, cool. And now if you say that to anybody, they know exactly what you're
Yeah.
talking about. And it's just, yeah, that blows my mind. Or like
Yeah.
being at the bar and seeing somebody's phone feed and it's like something about the show. And it's just like, that's never happened to me where it's like to
That's
be,
so cool.
I know it is. It's like weird. It's almost like, oh my God, I guess that's technically my job. Like I'm part of that. And like, yeah, it's weird. It's so
Yeah.
weird. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine what that. I once was recognized in New York for my podcast, and I was like thrilled beyond belief. Like I moved out of the way because I didn't think they were talking to me, and like
Yeah.
that,
Oh,
that
me?
kept
Yeah.
me propelled for like a month.
Yes. Yeah. A little confidence boost. You're like,
Yeah, hell yeah.
yeah.
I actually was expecting you to say. A couple of people have said they've seen fanfic of their characters.
Oh shit. I don't want to, I mean, that I don't know if I would be able to handle. I mean,
No.
I'm sure maybe it exists. I'd love for it too. I say, hey, run with it. This thing is based off of fanfic, so like keep it going.
The
But-
internet is so large. I'm sure there's
I'm sure.
Kyle in some universes is getting down and dirty. Like,
As he should.
Yeah.
As he should.
Matthew, thank you for your time. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
chatting with us. You are a delight.
Absolutely. Oh, likewise.
Let everyone know. Thank you. Let everyone know where they can find you online.
You can find me at Grinder or OnlyFans. No, you can find me on Instagram, just at Matthew Finlan. I'm also on TikTok, but I'm not as active there. But I do love to consume a lot of content on the scroll. But yeah, just Instagram, Matthew Finlan, and that's me. Follow or don't. Give your love. But all the response to the show has been so appreciative, and thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah.
This is so cool.
course,
It's
thanks
like,
for coming on.
Joe, who's your ally of the week?
What? Who's the ally of the week this week? I feel like everyone's
Okay, I'll go
anti-ally
first.
this week.
Rose
Yeah,
and
please.
Hayden are my allies of the week. Rose for guiding the gay boy to realizing he's gay, and Hayden for being a good friend and being like, hey, hold my baby. Hey, when are you dating? And maybe being like, but are you gay? But not saying it and being a good friend about it. So they're tied for me. Ashley?
Okay.
Yeah, Rose really doesn't hit like ally level till next episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm stretching it here.
For sure.
Not a lot of allies this
I was gonna say that
episode.
I know,
Hayden's
that's what I'm saying.
also not really being very much of an ally, but he also doesn't know that he should be one. So
Right.
this one's kind of hard. I put Rose in preparation for what she's gonna do.
I think that's what I was
Uh,
thinking. Like, it's like, we know she's not going to be like, she's like almost the like facilitator of him coming out, and she's not like, she's fine with it.
And she is great with Miles. So
Yeah. Hammy?
I love the idea of ally because he's not out, so it's like, who is really an ally if none of them know he's gay?
Right.
But I'm going for the bartender because I think every gay person, we deserve drinks for free. So
I
shout
agree.
out to the bartender, even though that wasn't the reason.
I agree.
Yeah,
I just have a
I
bone to
think
pick
I have
with
a
that
good answer now.
bartender.
because he sent him to Rose, or what's the
No,
bone?
because he's like, Shane Hollander can have anything he wants here, but then like, he's like, we do have ginger ale, but why would you want it? I'm like, you don't know this man. He could be in recovery,
Right.
And now he's ordering
Okay,
beer,
work.
and you have
Agreed.
pushed him into that.
You know what?
Ashley got a thread on the Facebook group about it. I'm sure everyone agrees.
Ally status.
I'm
revoked.
anonymous in there.
Yeah, you're the anonymous participant.
I'll go Shane's mom for saying Prince and then Princess
There
to
you
make him
go.
feel better.
I
Yeah,
love that.
yeah.
Joe, you have a good answer now?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Svetlana. Svetlana was kind of pressuring
Mhm.
Ilya, to
That's
be
the
honest.
right answer. There
Right?
are no
Like-
right
Yeah.
answers, but that is the right answer.
Yeah, that is the right
True.
answer.
Yeah,
She was like, "Oh yeah, we all know about Jane. You know, come on,
right.
get it
Actually,
together."
I almost changed my answer before Hammy went because I was like, actually, I think Svetlana actually was like being pretty kind about being like, I know what you are, but like not.
Yeah, I think
saying
that's
it.
probably the best answer.
Favorite scene? I'll go first again. That whole fucking end. It's beautiful. It's well done. It's emotional. It's like so well scored, well shot, well acted.
Yeah.
It is cinema. Hammy.
Intro. I just love the intro. I know, especially having people complain about it, but like, it's
I
just
didn't
so
complain
fun.
about it. I just said it was long.
No,
I didn't
not you.
think
You were
not
saying
bad.
no. You were saying people were saying
okay.
it was whatever. I loved it. I thought it was so cool. Like you could tell they sat down and really thought about every shot and the subtle
Yes.
nuances. And yeah, that was my favorite scene.
Joe.
For me, it was the Ilya's house hookup and him begging him to stay. I don't know. I think that was so sweet and romantic, and I tend to like the romantic parts of this show. Anything that makes me want to like smother myself with a pillow it makes me happy. It was so sweet. Just like the beginning of that intimacy, the beginning of the year. Like, I don't know. I loved it.
Ashley?
I also chose that scene where he asked him to stay, but also going all the way through.
I was positive you would pick the same scene as me, Ashley.
No, sorry. I love this scene where he asks him to stay and then they take a nap together. And we kind of like ran past it, but when they wake up, like Ilya is like watching him sleep. And then when Shane wakes up, he like pretends that he was asleep the whole time.
Yes.
And Shane has like this happy giggle that he does when he realizes where he is. And like, it's just everything from will you stay to the nap before we get to the tuna melt stuff is all just so good for me.
Gold.
Hottest scene, Joe?
I'm gonna say Shane's ass. Just that like his ass being right up in the screen and then walking towards the bed. That is incredibly hot to me. I liked that a lot.
Ashley,
Anything I'm concerned.
Hottest
Mine
scene?
is the couch scene with the bad ADR and the tuna spit. I don't care. It's so hot. It's so
Low
hot.
tide.
The emotion that's in that scene. It gets me every time.
Hammy, I'm really curious what yours is now.
Shane dancing with Rose and Miles.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh wait. Okay, that makes sense.
I have this fantasy in my head of like dancing with your girlfriend, and then they're super hot. Literally, one of the hottest people on the show, like gay coworker, comes up behind you and starts grinding on you, and you're vibing with it. And like, I've built my own story for that scene because he is so fixated on Ilya during that whole time that it like he's obviously not interested in that. But when this started happening, I was like, my first watch, I was like, oh, this is going to pan out real well for Shane. This is going to be a good night for Shane.
I have been the gay guy in that situation, and sometimes it works out really well for you. Sometimes it doesn't, but sometimes it does.
It's so that's my problematic hottest scene of the show.
That's not problematic.
Watching
It's
it
not
today,
public.
like let me pick my hottest scene, not knowing what was to come.
Hayden would be pissed if he found out that he had a bisexual threesome and it wasn't with him and Jackie. Like, I have put in the work.
Christ.
I have had put years into this, and I still haven't gotten it.
I also understand that in my Bumblebee brain. Even if I'm not attracted to someone, but if like I would get in the Buffy comics, a very good example is when Buffy has sex with that other Slayer, and Willow's kind of like, "Oh, you picked her." Like, that's how I would feel. I know that's how I would feel. I have felt that before when I'm like, oh, you thought a gay guy was hot and it wasn't me? Fuck. Like, I feel like I get that jealousy even if you're not interested. Like, I don't know. I feel like I would understand even if Hayden were like, no, I'm straight. But if he wanted to fuck a couple, why isn't it us? I understand that. My hottest scene is the scene I mentioned where like Ilya's holding him in his lap and like fucking him, and we see his stretch marks because it's fucking hot. My AirPods just died. God damn it.
Good. Everyone says everything you want to say about Ian.
Yeah,
right
say
now.
all the mean stuff.
One's still working.
I don't think Ian actually had that experience with a man and a woman. I think he's just trying to be cool and fit in.
I think so too.
Oh my god, Ian.
Sorry, guys.
Like he can't just take him out for 10 seconds.
Well,
we're literally done the episode. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. I've just been literally drinking vodka straight from this bottle.
I finished so much wine.
He's got his dollar store headphones in.
I'm gonna do a loose and fast edit on this.
But also, fuck, Ashley has to edit this tonight. Jesus Christ. Also, Hammy, I couldn't just take my headphones
Thank
out
you,
because it
Ashley.
would reverberate with the microphone. Grade for the episode. I give it an A. Hammy, what grade do you give it?
I'll give it an A plus. It's my favorite episode. So for the
All right.
season compared to every other episode, I'll give it an A plus.
That is wild that this is your favorite episode.
Yeah.
It was a great
Why?
episode.
But I mean, episode 5 is just, for me, it's like nothing compares to episode 5.
I
Ashley,
don't
what
like
grade do you?
crying. I cried. I don't want to cry. It's not how I want to watch TV.
You do hate
I'll
emotions.
say it.
God, why do you even like me, Hammy?
Ian said peanut butter is my favorite flavor. Yours shouldn't be anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
Ashley, what's your grade?
A plus 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 plus.
Joe, what's your grade?
I'm giving it an A.
Great. If you like Slayerfest 98, you can find us on all social media platforms at SlayerFestX98. If you want to listen to us, you can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere else you get your podcasts. If you want to watch the video recording, because everything is video recording, subscribe to us on YouTube. Tell us we're pretty. Subscribe, give us a good rating, etc., etc. You can help out the podcast by supporting us on Patreon. This month, we are doing our first book club, and it is going to be on this book. I've been listening to it nonstop in the car. I'm almost done. We'll have a Zoom call about it. And if you want to follow me, I am at ENXCarlos. Ashley, where can everyone find you on your podcast?
If you want to follow me, I'm on Instagram at 'cause I'm feeling fine. If you want to listen to our super long, in-depth discussions that go line by line through this show, I have a podcast called Why We Like This, and you can find us on all platforms and on all social media platforms at Why Are We Cast. And you'll also find a backlog of a bunch of Heartstopper deep dives as well, because that is our origin.
And Hammy, where can everyone find you?
You can find me on Instagram if you want the slutty stuff, Hammy73. If you want the cosplay stuff, michael.ham.cosplay. If you want the extra slutty stuff, that costs more. Sign up to the Patreon.
I definitely zoomed in on your story. I was like, what am I looking at? Is that a thigh? Oh.
I got so many messages about the zoom in on the, yeah. It did get deleted. Instagram itself did zoom in and figure out what it was, unfortunately. But
Figured.
that's fine. So
Joe-
that's what you can expect on the Patreon.
Joe, where can everyone find you?
I'm on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at Joe Organa.
Great.
Wow, she's got the name.
Well,
Thank
yes.
you all for joining me. Thank you all for listening. I'm going to go drown myself in the bathtub. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Woo!